Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. Once again, we are seeing North American stock futures back to the upside this morning, reversing overnight declines. We had a big sharp drop in futures in the overnight session following comments from White House advisor Pete Navarro on Fox News, who suggested on the interview that the trade agreement between China and the U.S. may be in question. Those comments were later clarified. He basically said that everything is fine, the deal is intact. Trump later tweeted also saying the deal is intact. His comments were more surrounding the current lack of trust between the two countries, specifically when it comes to the lack of reporting on China's part for the COVID-19 outbreak. Meanwhile, speaking of the COVID-19, yeah, exactly. There he goes again, chewing up contracts. Speaking of the COVID-19 outbreak, Sunday saw the largest increase in confirmed cases globally. That's from the World Health Organization, with 183,000 new cases reported on Sunday alone. For the second straight session today, we're seeing a bit of a disconnect when it comes to the travel stocks. Some of the airlines to the downside on debt concerns. Some of the cruise lines moving higher. We'll talk about those coming up. Shares of Virgin Galactic back to the upside this morning. They announced a deal with NASA on Monday for recruitment and training of possible new astronauts heading to the space station. We'll also get June U.S. flash PMI data at 9:45 for the U.S. and new home sales data in the U.S. coming up at 10 a.m. this morning. It is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. And there we go. Look at Asian markets from the overnight session. Pretty positive right across the board here. Only Australia to the downside there. Shanghai and Hong Kong both sharply higher. Let's go over to Europe and see how things are shaping up so far throughout the European region. If we could, there we go, shift over. Yeah, nicely positive for European markets as well. 1+% right across the board. Let's have a look at North American markets. Futures anyways, heading towards the open here. Yeah, 1% for the S&P, the Dow, the NASDAQ nicely higher as well. TSX futures here in Toronto up about 1%. Brazil's open already trading up 1.6%. You can see Bitcoin back to the downside today. Pretty flat for crude oil and gold in positive territory at this point. Going to be an interesting day. Once again, we have a lot of things moving around in the pre-market. Good morning, guys. I just checked. American Airlines, 22 million shares already so far in the pre-market. Wow. So lots to get to as far as the airlines are concerned. Some debt issues. We obviously had the White House causing problems overnight once again, but don't worry, it's fine. Everything's back to normal, right?
Of course.
Why not? Why not?
Early bird gets the worm today. I mean, American, you just talked about it there. There was a big 14 break. Remember yesterday we were talking about that level. Bit of ways away from it. We got there today. It was a monster break. Had to chase it all the way down into the 80s to be able to short that one. Got some out in front of 1350. I've reloaded for now. We're just going to see if that can hold maybe the 1425 area as well to the upside. So good start here on American. That's not the only name in play. There's going to be a bunch today. And we talked about every single day shorting Hertz right with the cold dead hands. We got past that 140 mark, still heading downside. So there's lots of names and big movers to the upside as well. You know, you're watching all of those sort of stay-at-home plays, whether it's the tech names, your Docu, your Fastly, Peloton's been running. It's just a bunch of names today. Should be a great one, Sean.
Yes, it should be, and I'm pretty sure it will be. Oh, yeah, it's shirt time. So today, if you saw on Twitter here, we got the floss shirt going on there, and on the back, floss it. So there we go. So a little bit of our merch finally came in. This is what it's all about. I don't have to wear the monkey suit here, but I have the shirt on underneath. So we'll be wearing that proudly. So yeah, guys, thank you for supporting it. The merch has been going great. So we thought we'd wear it. And Valeria was telling me there's some black shirts going to be coming up there soon and a few new ideas. Thank you guys for all those suggestions. But yeah, I'm already short Hertz right now. We got this big guy Kitov here as well, 25 million shares. We will be talking about that very very soon. So lots on the radar today as we go, guys. And yeah, there it is. There's the t-shirt right there. Thank you, Valeria. Pinned to the top in Canadian dollars. So obviously wherever you are, you can purchase that in your currency. But it'd be great to support us. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, a lot of names on watch today. Luck and Coffee. Neil just hit Peloton. Look, yesterday we killed Fastly, Space, Virgin Galactic. Let's just get this show on the road. There's going to be some big trades today, I hope.
Yeah, NASDAQ set to open at record highs once again today, guys. Let's have a look at the top traders from Day Trade the World yesterday. Another great day here right across the board. Top 10 traders. We'll show you the top 6 here. 5 figures for the most part for the top 5 anyways. NASDAQ US. First time, looks like about 3 or 4 days, we're seeing US markets at the top of the list. Before you get back into Europe here, always seeing that Europe connection near the top of the list, but 5 figures top to bottom. Amsterdam, Brussels, Lisbon here about 10 grand as well. So we like to check in on how the top earners here at Day Trade the World did on a daily basis. Let's get over to the desk before we get into individual stock symbols and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Guys, I wish you a great trading day, and we're here as usual to make it even better. Sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat, and subscribe to this channel to receive notifications when we are back on air. Guys, please be kind and hit the thumbs up, smash the like button. I'll see you later. Back to Brandon.
All right, one more thing to pass along before we get going this morning. Brand new educational video coming up a little bit later on. At the end of the show, we'll send out the link. You can head over to Market Wisdom and have a look at ETFs. Learn all about exchange-traded funds, everything you need to know about both trading them and also using them as indicators. Very important note to have the ability to use them as indicators. Let's get going here, guys, with what is moving around in the pre-market. We touched on it briefly there at the top of the show. American Airlines, all kinds of volume in the pre-market. They announced a $1.5 billion debt raise, $750 million worth of common stock, $750 million worth of convertible senior notes. Delta also saying that they're going to resume flights between Seattle and Shanghai starting on June 25th. The first U.S. airline to do so since the pandemic outbreak and the shutdown of the industry. So June 25th, Delta going to be flying from Seattle, Washington to Shanghai, guys. So, I mean, we can have a look at American, obviously, the big volume leader in the pre-market here, but all of the airlines, I think, worth watching today.
100%. I'm just going to quickly throw to the daily chart of American here. You can see what we were talking about yesterday. This little 14 bottom was actually technically like 1407, but that 14 even is what we were watching this morning. We come in gapping down below yesterday's low and then sliding immediately down towards this 14 where we catch that little break. So, you know, I do think there's an opportunity to reload. I already did one time in the 80s. If we break above this 14 again, next stop would be that low of yesterday, 1445. I'd be shorting it up there as well in American Airlines. Take advantage of the volume. I'm going to be working in and out of this for 20, 30 cent scalps on the way down here if we can get it. Then 1350 break as well. There just isn't a heck of a lot until you get to the mid 12s in terms of support that we can find. So, you know, you get this gap down, lots of debt. They have the least amount of runway of all of the major airlines there when it comes to their burn rate. So, you know, as much as there was positive news a little bit ago on the airlines, and American is specifically right now under a lot of pressure there.
Yep, agreed on all of those points. UAL here as well, $36 today. Actually, I thought it was down, but now we're up 0.52. So some of the airlines doing a little bit of a dance here. We will look at UAL, AAL. Neil just hit those out. If you did want to look at the imbalance locator, of course, this is something that's available at Day Trade the World. So if your broker doesn't have that, inquire about it. But DNR here, so a big one there, 2.5 million shares, well, 2.2. Denbury Resources here looking to go downside off the open. Other than that, we got NIO. Obviously, that's a big one again today, up a 1%. Always a big imbalance on NIO. We won't get to that yet. It's not on our watch list, but nice little bump up. They did fade off that $8 yesterday where we thought we could break it, and we did wind up, I think we were flat on the stock, but definitely should have had more of a movement on that one. Making a nice base around 750 again yesterday, bottom 740. So I think we can get a little bit of aggressive on NIO here as well.
Yeah, nothing new as far as news on NIO today. It is actually on the list that we sent out this morning. It was just basically the 10-cent holdings connection. Once again, worth having a look at it. Once again, it traded above $8 yesterday for the first time since March of 2019, but basically faded that gap up as we saw throughout the entire morning. Again, 10-cent holdings, 15% stake in NIO. Let's go on to the cruise operators. They were showing a little bit of relative strength in the pre-market. RCL specifically, or actually it was Carnival, it wasn't Royal, it was Carnival getting a Deutsche Bank price target increase, not a big one, but $11 up to, or sorry, $13 from $11 from Deutsche Bank. So CCL was the big leader here. You can see we're fading this move to the upside. Still 2+% though for some of these cruise lines, guys.
18, yeah, I could take CCI. I tend to trade this a little bit, but $18 here did hold a couple times. So here was a breakout spot at 9 o'clock a couple days ago, and then maybe I can zoom in just a little bit more and help you guys out here. This is 18 right here. So we bounced off there yesterday, 2 evenings ago, and then again day before, that's Friday, and then yesterday, of course, you bounce off of 18 again, we got as high as 1771, and so today you're bouncing up to 18. So look, I like it through 18 if it gets there. It did have that upgrade like you mentioned. That's a little surprising, a price target change there for CCL. It's still no ship sale. I believe that order is still in, and I think it's in until September now. So yeah, look, if you want to get excited about this, do it, but right now I'm going to wait for it to break through 18. Not going to trade it until then. We still are above our 50-period moving average here on a daily chart. This is just a simple moving average. I like to look at it to get sort of an idea, but we are coming back down, and here's that bunch up area of 18. So I don't know. I mean, if we break through 18, we'll take it. I'd much rather see the excitement behind the name as the market opens. I don't even see it here as I look. I mean, I could sort by alphabetically, but I'm not going to. There's Fastly as well. So we'll look here. I don't even see CCL on here. So we'll have to wait to see some excitement. But 600,000 shares. Look, guys, still 20 minutes to go. So if we can break through 18, let's take a shot.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking some of those levels. Carnival, you got to stick to what is working. I just want to quickly jump over to IDEX. I see a few of you looking and talking about Ideanomics. Share offering looks like announced just a couple of minutes ago, plunging through 330 to the massive $3 level that was there yesterday. Big time volume spike. Looks like it's rolling over. I'm going to take a quick little shot to see if I can do a little scalp short here. I mean, 330 seems like a better level to the upside to be fading, but $3 was such a big one going into yesterday afternoon. There was a multiple bounces off that price, including this one right here at just afternoon, and this is real. It did wick down almost a full dollar and bounce on a dime at 3 and then held that level several times. So IDEX falling down here on an offering. If it breaks 3 again, I want to be involved.
Yeah, remember they had that contract yesterday. It looks like a $250 million offering for IDEX. They had that electric vehicle related contract yesterday. It wasn't very big though, only about $3.5 million as far as a supply contract for electric vehicles over in China. Let's talk about Inovio Pharmaceuticals here, guys. One that we mention all the time and traded all the time, it seemed, when the virus outbreak first started, but got away from it recently. They announced a $71 million Department of Defense contract for a COVID-19 DNA-related device, very scientific device. I won't get into it. It's kind of boring. But $71 million for the contract anyway. So up here nicely. INO, guys, all kinds of volume in the pre-market here as well.
Yeah, yep. We're already above that daily spot. Yeah, I don't know if we've looked at that. I'll call up the daily chart just quickly. We've already, if it will go, let's go here. INO, INO.NQ. It's not loading up for me. Hold on one second, guys. Where's my daily chart? Here it comes. Okay. Yeah, so this is the kind of the levels that we're talking about right here. We are above this 1550. It bounced a couple times. We did see break yesterday. You did talk about that, Brendan. But now we're well above this 1550 level, and we're actually at 1680. So we're breaking through 17. We did have this top here at 1650. We did get as high today. It says 1784. I guess, yeah, that's right. So if you look at the daily chart, this is a 10-minute chart, but we did get as high as 1780 today on this news, dropped down about $1, so that kind of makes sense. You do have 17 staring at right at the face, so I do like a 17 break on this. Look, Department of Defense contract sounds good to me. You get military and government in there. That sounds like a good idea to me. And then June is their phase 1, I believe you said. Yeah, phase 1 clinical trial in late June, so that's going to be on track for right now. So I like INO. Get ready for this one and get your popcorn out. I think it goes back to $18.
I only had one level written down for INO. It was that 17. So that's going to be that obvious pivot point. Got some shares of IDEX here, first at 310. Got some out in front of 3. Shorted again at 3 when that broke. We'll continue to work out of this position. When you miss the initial flush, you don't want to get too greedy here. Make sure you're taking profit where it stands. I can tell you we did short KTOV. I know we're going to talk about that one in a little bit, but it's already rolling over. Shorted this one off the high of day at 117. It just broke through 110, so been working out of this one. Still have about 40% left. One even would be the ultimate target. Watch out for a 125 break any point today.
Yeah, KTOV, a little stock. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes here, guys. Let's go to Apple first. We mentioned NASDAQ all-time highs. Here's big reason why. Apple all-time highs as well this morning. 1.4%. They announced yesterday they're going to switch Mac computers to their own chips from Intel chips. So I think it was a little bit anticipated, but Sean, here we go. Yeah, I mean, we're talking the pre-market here. 365 for Apple.
Yeah, it's like it's been around for a year, 365 days, and yeah, it just goes up and away. This is a stock where we like to say where you own it, don't trade it. It's just one of those stocks that just keeps going up and away. 365.26. Look, there's no levels to look at right here, guys. This is all-time highs. There's no areas like this one. You check the daily chart out here look at this move. You don't even have any serious, this is an 1,800 point down day where we did stop that move. But other than that, guys, we're high on Apple. The best thing to do is wait for any pullbacks and buy the dip. But I think that's what we're going to be doing today. For right now, I'm not even looking at any of these levels to break. I have no real idea what we're going to do here on Apple today, to be honest with you. 365 or 364.50 kind of looks like a decent spot here. It breaks it, comes down 50 cents, breaks it again and starts heading southbound. So maybe 364.50, but you got to wait for this one. It's an amazing story. Any owners of this, congratulations. I'm obviously most people that own stock would be a shareholder of Apple at some point. If you hold any indexes as well, that'll be a big one. I do like looking at Apple though, if we do get any moves. So yesterday I tweeted out a few things. Follow me on Twitter. But when Texas and Florida and some of those southern states were reporting worse numbers, Apple gets affected by that. And the reason why is because they've gone ahead and they're issued warnings of closing stores in areas where COVID starts ramping up again. So I do believe that obviously any store closures, any sort of delay in selling of any of these amazing products will eventually cause the stock to go down. But for right now, guys, wow. Apple is to say it's bullish is not even the right term. It's out of control and it's aggressively up. It's not like it goes up 5% a day. It goes up like 1%, 2%, 3% every single day. So every day you wake up, get ready to see Apple higher, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to dance one off for you here, but it's not for Apple, guys. It's 4 positions in right now. I just got to update it for you. The easiest way to do that is just to run through the board. I usually don't do it this time in the morning, but short American Airlines reload at 13.83. That's 10 cents in the money. IDEX short a second time here. Sorry, check that third time on a 3 even break. That's down at 2.83 in the money, 15 pennies. KTOV is running back down to 110. We're short at 117. And I just got into Luckin Coffee. They got the delisting notice. I shorted that one at 266. So all of these sliding to the downside. IDEX will probably stay net short till it finds any kind of a bottom. The offering just announced a few minutes ago, guys. So already a hot start to the morning with about 12 minutes till the open.
Another way to look at the aerospace group here, Spirit Aero Systems, I should say, Boeing's biggest supplier here. A little bit of news on this one today, guys. SPR down about 5%. The reason we're looking at this is because of the volume. The volume story here is telling the story. Big gap down. They're asking lenders for the second time since the virus outbreak started to cut them a break, essentially, on debt payments for the next coming months and even up to 2 years, I read, possibility. They're Boeing's biggest supplier when it comes to the 737 MAX, which remains grounded. They also Boeing also put a production halt back in place on this plane. So all kinds of trouble still for this SPR, guys, down 5% this morning.
It's right at this 25.50 level. Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Good update on all those stories. It's at this level. Look, it's been here before. This is a daily chart. Obviously, you guys can see that, but look at this. I mean, talk about a decline. Wow, and we haven't even really recovered that much. We did get as low as $18 here. Maybe we wicked as low as 16, but now it looks like you're going to break this 25.50. So look out below. It's bounced off here 1, 2, yesterday 3, 4 times 25.50 right here on SPR, Spiro Aero Systems, but you're going to see it break very, very soon. This is the daily chart here. Was it on our imbalance locator? I thought I might have seen it, but no, it was spaces right here as well. So there isn't too much pressure on this, but I'd watch out for 25.50. Makes sense if it breaks it, guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at 25.50 on SPR as well. I mean, the problem with this is it's the 300,000 shares in volume, so I'm very, very likely to allow SPR to open up and make a bit of a range, at least in the first couple of minutes. No need to jump right in. There's so many names that are doing real volume this morning, so in terms of opening trades, SPR might not be there, but you got to make sure it's on the watch.
Let's go to Beyond Meat, guys. Impossible breakfast sandwich set to debut at Starbucks locations across the U.S. today. So worth a look here. I think Beyond Meat was lower. We're actually positive now on the session, but was gapping down on that news. Obviously worth mentioning, I think Starbucks also carries some of Beyond Meat's products, but that was seemed to be the catalyst to the downside this morning when everything else was a little bit higher in the pre-market.
Yeah, now Starbucks is higher than the market, I believe.
Yeah, and Beyond Meat's coming up too as well.
Yeah, 0.76 right now, the market, and then Starbucks up here. I don't think this has anything, I don't think this has anything to do with Starbucks at all. Like Brendan said, they're already sort of carrying meat alternatives. This is just another one for them. They need to get their stores open. They need this sort of this COVID stuff to settle down a bit. We already know the story in China, and it's a good one over there. So, I just look for Starbucks just to continue to do what it does. And right now, it's not doing that much. If we look at a daily chart, guys, it kind of just bounces around. It goes between 74 and 78. Like, it's been stuck in these ranges. So I'm not super interested. We're almost above its 50 period again on the daily. So I'd like to get aggressive on the buy side here. That would be 76. What is this top here? 70. Let's just call it 77. It's close enough to 77. So we need to break through this 76, 75. If we do that, then it's going to be all systems a go. But for right now, the only position I have on is Hertz, and it's short. It's okay now. It's a couple pennies in the money, but right now Starbucks. Yeah, to me, not a really big name, 39,000 shares, but needs to be on the watch list because again, these things are hot, man. The Impossible Burger, Beyond Meat. You've seen those stocks move. Obviously, Impossible Burger, Tyson Foods there as well. So you're going to wait to see what happens. But now the future's pulling back down a little bit. I wonder, guys. I really do wonder if there is a little bit of meat on the bone still on this trade war story. Why would Navarro say something like that and then instantly Trump gets so defensive? I'm just wondering, heading into an election year, does maybe Donald Trump want to stir things up a little bit to sort of flex his muscle? I don't know, but future's now pulling back down a little bit.
Yeah, watch Beyond Meat maybe at 157 on some support, just going back into last week's action and then pre-market low here today. So that could be an interesting place as the market comes down just a little bit to maybe pick that one up if you're looking for a buy. I don't really see an obvious breakout trade in Beyond Meat. Like, there are a couple of names that do have them. I know we're going to get to Peloton in just a minute. That's probably one of those if you guys are looking for bullish names. It's been a good one for the last couple of weeks.
I'll get to Arun here as well before the market opens. Arun standing by to give us a look at the overall market heading towards the session today. But let's talk about Luckin here, guys, real quick. We mentioned it at the beginning of the show, obviously. Delisting notice from the NASDAQ for Luckin Coffee. I was looking at a daily chart when I sat down here before we came on. $2, I feel like, could be a thing at some point.
Yeah, I think way back when we were talking about that price level, Brendan, it's kind of hard to see, but if you kind of go back into sort of late May, you did have a big time bounce off that 2 even area. Now that I'm looking at it here today, my approach is basically to try to short some pops in front of this 285, 290 area after you got that initial flush on the delisting notice. So I did start something at 266. But much like we kind of felt Hertz at one point was dropping to $1.40 and that happened, Luckin, I don't know the time frame, but I think we can try to get this one to slide down to that 2 even price as long as we hold 3. And I think that's far enough away now that you can do some active trading to the short side.
Yep, I mean, I love lucking. I'm going to wait for 250 to break. I mean, I still have Starbucks up here, but yeah, look, I mean, the bottom here is 255, and so you can short it ahead of 270, short it all the way. They did get the delisting notice, but that doesn't mean anything really. It just means that, look, you got to get your, I don't want to swear, but you got to get your stuff in order here, or else you'll be delisted. It's not a delisting warning for being under $1, right? It's for filings. So they're going to wait to see 290 could get taken out on the top side if people don't think this is a very serious issue. So watch out for 290, but I'm going to put an order in to get short at 250. You guys know I like to play the 50s. So if we do get that short, I'll wait for 270 to break before getting out, and then we'll hold for that magical $2 number there, Brendan.
All right, let's get a look at the overall market, guys. We'll bring in Arun here and check out the futures. Obviously an interesting overnight session. We had a big spike down on those Navarro comments. Arun quickly erased, though, after they said that's not what we meant. Everything is fine. How much are you going to pay attention to that big spike down from overnight?
I mean, when it comes down like that, you do have to pay attention to where the volume is coming in, right? Not so much the actual move itself, but where's the volume sitting on something like that. Sometimes it doesn't move like that on no volume. At that point, you kind of just let it go. But this one actually looks like there's some decent volume down in the areas where it did turn around. So for me, the key level, and this is, it's one of those things where it's a little slippery because the levels kind of slide a little bit. I'm looking at 3095, which sits just in front of that 3100 area. There seems to be some action between 3115 going down to 3100. So I'm going to keep my level down at 3095. If it comes down there and starts to show me some buying, I'll jump in there with the rest of the buying and see if we can get a bounce. Below that, I got 3075 as the other area because of the buying that I'm seeing between 3085 going down. So about 10 points down from 3085 down to 3075. Again, these levels flex a little bit, meaning we can go through them. It doesn't necessarily, it's not a hard level. Just because it goes through it doesn't mean the level's gone. You do have, these are like fences, right? You do have to let it lean a little bit, sometimes on the other side a little bit. I'll let it go 2-3 points past, the level's still good because you're working areas of volume. For me, 3095 and 3075 are the two levels I'm looking at. I would be, it does look like it's a little toppy at the moment after it came off these 3145s just recently. It seems like maybe we might want to lean a little bit down towards the 3125 going down to the open and then maybe bounce. We'll see how this open goes. But at the moment, I don't have any trades on. I'm not confident with anything up here because it's just wanting to creep higher without any sort of building of levels up in this area. So I'm going to wait it out, see what we do at the open, and if I can catch something down in the 20s, 15s, then it's worth a shot up there. But for now, risk-reward ratios, nothing's in play. So I'm just going to wait this one out.
All right, guys, great stuff, Arun. Thank you so much once again. Yeah, S&P up 5 of the last 7 sessions. So we'll see how things go today. I want to talk about this one real quick. KTOV. Yeah, we mentioned that they're teaming up with Bristol Myers on some cancer treatment research. So 125 up here. If you go out to the daily time frame, big time level for this. Hasn't been up there in a long, long time. But 120 seems to be a problem here in the pre-market. So let's see what happens at 120 and then 125. Obviously, got to watch $1 to the downside. If we get below $1, this thing was trading between 60 and 75 cents yesterday. So obviously $1, and then let's see what happens if we can get down to 70 or 65 cents, guys.
All right. Yes. Good analysis there. I'm looking at Kitov breaking that 120. We'll be going long on that one once that does happen. So, yes, we are excited for today. Oh, another name that we didn't get to that I mentioned. We keep talking about it. I know Neil was on this one yesterday. Was Peloton, $55. If you call it the daily chart, I do like this one. I've tweeted this one out as well. We bounced off 55 here yesterday and the day before. So back-to-back jacks there on $55. Sorry, just not the day before. Just yesterday we hit 55 and rolled. So we're going to wait to see what happens now. Watch out for the spread. Like I'm probably going to get in here right off the open, even though that sounds crazy. It's a $60 if you have 100 shares, 60 cents spread right now on Peloton. So we'll wait to see. But yeah, look, it's going to be an exciting day. I'm already short Hertz, 126. You guys can see that one on the board. It didn't go down that far. How far did it go down? 122. So that's when we were talking before. So that was 4 pennies in the money. We'll wait to see. Well, that was just on the bid. We'll wait to see if that cracks. My bid's not until $1. So I think Hertz goes down there. I think Luckin goes down there. I think Kitov, we're getting ready to break the top on that. INO, the same type of thing. We're getting ready for that one as well to break through 7. 17. That probably happens today. And other than that, man, Peloton, Kitov, INO, LK, and Hertz all on watch, as well as CCL, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Just now back on the watch after a pop to the upside is Genius Brands. Been shorting that one since about $3.30 and then $3 as well. But it just created a 240 with a 10% bounce on volume in the last couple of minutes. I'm not going to jump into any kind of a trade here until I have a handle on what sort of happened or whether it's just a bit of a bounce going into the open, guys. But under a minute to go, I'm short in AAL, IDEX, KTOV, and Luckin Coffee. We're looking at Peloton. A couple of names that we didn't get to, unfortunately, that I know we're going to try to cover a little bit more. And Nicola also on the move at times. And, you know, space is flat today, very, very slightly to the upside here. But watch out at some point for an $18 break on Virgin Galactic, guys. So with about 25 seconds to go, we are locked and loaded on this Tuesday. It should be a wild one. It kind of already has been a very active one, to say the least. But I do believe Valeria is in position, so it's time to drop that little countdown. The Hudson Bay shirt, I think we're calling that one. I love that look there, Valeria. But there we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here comes AAL back to the 1380 mark. This is where I actually shorted it the second time. I want to see if we can hold below 14, retest that low. American, of course, down 8% already and starting to head downside. IDEX back above $3, so working that one to 330 to the short side, guys. I'm staying short that one till it breaks when the news came out.
Looks like they don't like Kitov here. It's going to go break down through 110. So we're checking on that. We're also checking on Peloton. Looks like it doesn't want to go through 55 yet. So we're going to give that some room to go. We're not in anything. The only thing we're in right now is Hertz as we continue to look around. Microsoft right now, wow, 201 and change, big one. Apple, okay, there's that retrace back down. Just like we said, you can pick up some decent trades down here. 263.50. Let's go long. 263.50 if it breaks this bottom, guys.
Yeah, just getting working positions in all four. I am seeing IDEX slide back down to that 3 even mark. It did this little pop off the open. You know, I like selling into that one. It gave me some 315s, but now back below $3. I will be taking profit out in front of that low. A lot of times in those offerings, it makes that bottom, and that might be the best price you see if you're a short seller, guys. American heading back to 14. Got to make sure it holds below that 14 even area. No longs have triggered in. I guess that means no break so far on Peloton. Nope. But you have been able usually to buy some dips in that 153.50 would be an interesting buy for me as the market starts to slide down here, guys.
Yeah, market heading the wrong way for some of these longs. DraftKings, I want to look at that one as well. We'll get into that if it breaks through $40.50, but we go downside $1. So DraftKings has that news in there yesterday about a California bill banning sports gambling. So we'll see if that one can affect this stock. It's way low now. I'm going to cancel that order. DraftKings, I thought maybe it had some energy to the upside, but it does not. KTOV, I know you're short that one, Neil. We're both waiting for, I guess, that break, and I guess you're going to stay short probably until that happens. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
125. So both Neil and I have that on lookout right now. Let's check in on Luckin. Sorry, guys, just nothing's really moving the way we thought it would today. By that, I mean not really doing anything. Fastly moving
Neil
downside.
Bounced off 750 again here, guys. So we like that level from yesterday. It did break one time, but if it can hold, we like Neil long in front of that. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
Guys, 4% move. Yeah, Sean just mentioned it. We saw it on the imbalance locator there as well. This stock actually now officially better performing work from home stock than Zoom, guys. So all-time highs up here this morning for FSLY.
All right, we're going to look at Kitov right here. Looks like it is going to get close to breaking here, 120. Remember, this is the BMY deal, so we'll wait to see here. They've been up to this spot before, not recently, but here we go, Kitov. We are getting ready to go long, guys. 125 break. Looks like it could happen now. Like we said, I know that I haven't been short. I know Neil has, but here it comes. This is that level that we're looking at. It's coming with a vengeance right now, so I will get put long through this 125 if it does break, and there we go. So now we are long 125.2 on Kitov. No real upside on this one. Like I said, this is kind of new area for it. Needs to break through 130 to get this thing going, guys.
Virgin just came the other way. My last 30% on Kitov got out on that 125 break. I'm not reverse long in it yet, but I'm looking now at Virgin bouncing off of $17. 50-cent move right off to the open to the downside. So
we got everything
dragging
now.
the market. That's dragging it way to the downside.
Yeah, wow, we got everything on board now. There goes Apple. I guess that broke through. That's 360, 350. So with the amount of shares that we have on this one, we got to be a little worried. But there goes Kitov to 35. Yeah, let's go, baby. Push this one higher and higher, higher. We got this one, a nice little trade there. We have CCL short, we have Apple long, we have Kitov, we have Hertz, we have everything on board right now, guys. Let's just keep seeing what this wants to do. Futures bounce, we got a good one on Apple.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the airline plays, sorry, I meant to go to LUV there, was showing relative strength. Actually, that's Eli Lilly. There we go. LUV up almost 1% if my chart will load here for you guys. But sliding back to the downside, if you want to play some relative strength, watch for a 35 break there. But the market continues to slide, so I'm still looking mostly short in these names. I've been averaging in and getting more shares every single pop in IDEX, very slowly building a position in that, and Luckin Coffee. Luckin for me, like I mentioned, we're going to stay net short. As long as it gives these little pops shy of that 290 and 3 area, I'm going to be staying on the short side of this trade. American is back below 14, so I might get back into that trade. We're 1 for 2. Our pre-market short was good. The second one got stopped out when it broke 14 even. I want to jump back over to NEO just for a quick second here. Still holding this range, but 750 was a good level yesterday. If it breaks that, that's the only way I'm going to be shorting the stock would be through 750. Otherwise, it's a long in front of that level, guys. Brennan, what do you got?
TBIO, guys, 54% to the upside, just breaking on volume. Higher from this pre-market little consolidation. They have an agreement in place already with Sanofi from Europe on some vaccine work. They've expanded that for an additional couple of years. So TBIO to the upside, guys.
All right, looks like our Apple's going to come out right here. If it breaks through 362.50, we will get out of the majority of that trade, take $1 hit on that one as the futures just keep heading southbound. So that's what's going to happen to our Apple trade. There it is. Get out of the majority of that one right there, 70%. We'll wait to see if it breaks 362 to the downside. I don't mind taking it again through 363, but again, these futures pushing downside. So we like to take a shot at the best, and we tried with Apple there. Look, if the futures would have went, I'm more than confident that that would have been fine, but they didn't. So now we'll wait for 262 coming to the downside. Kitov, we got the majority of that out. Unfortunately, just around 30. Our best out was 34. So that's a winner. I don't want to say it's a home run because I was hoping it would go higher. But hey, look, when you take a decent amount of shares and it goes, you get a 10-penny winner on some of them anyways, it's good. We'll wait for the rest to go upside on Kitov, guys.
And here comes that move potentially in IDEX that we're looking for again. Buyer at 295 that just got broken. I said we shorted all the way up to this 330 when the news came out. That's exactly what we've done. Now I'm going to start working out of shares in front of that low a day. Exactly the plan. So we just got some out at 95. We'll take some out in the 80s. We'll take some out in the 70s on the way down. 265, 268, check that, is low of day. We gave you the game plan on this one, both in the pre-market and then for that opening push. Now it's time to profit from this dip to the downside. Look, it could go lower than that 268, but I don't feel like there's any need to bet on it. It's done 27 million in shares. So let's just do a pop a wheelie. Why not? Get that action going, guys. Take this money in IDIX and then short further pops, maybe back into that 330 area. I am building a position in Luckin as well, and just got into some Hertz with Luckin Coffee. It's really just about the fact that it's going to be short sell restricted. 15% it is to the downside. You can only short pops. There goes Peloton through 55. So we do have a long position on it.
There we go.
Peloton on the break. I mean, this has been a good break a couple of times. 47 was fantastic when we talked about it. Now 55. Brennan, what do you got?
Another virus-related stock from the past here, guys. NNDM, 13% to the upside on decent volume today. Needham with the upgrade on NNDM today. Watch this 260 area, though. Big time resistance on a higher time frame. 12% now for NNDM, guys.
All right, guys, we suffered through that Apple. We're long Peloton. You guys know that one. Everyone's been talking about that, so we are go long Peloton. We'll see if it gets to $56. Good position for us here now. We seek some revenge on Apple, and we get it a little bit there. Breaking back through 363, we take some more long, like I said I would. Get some out 27s, get some out 50s. We'll wait there again for that trade to come through. Peloton, big win. Right now, we're waiting for Kitov to come back to the upside. Gets as high as 30 and stops. Let's see if it wants to break that one. The other trade we have on on right now is Hertz. We're short right here. That hasn't done much, so we're going to have to wait on that one. And there goes Apple. Come on, Apple. Let's get pushing. We're long 363.05 right now. This might be a decent spot to put on the position board, but we'll throw to Brendan, then we'll come back.
We almost got through the morning, guys, without talking about this one. U1 just resumed. It was halted there on a volatility halt to the upside, but huge volume spike on the resumption to the upside, guys, for U1, the A-class shares.
Just going to give you an idea on Peloton here, guys. A failed breaks shakeout would be 1560 to 1580. If we dips into that range and holds, I'm going to definitely be taking some more on the way back up. Ultimately, I think you got to give this one to the real 54 level if you're going to have a two-pronged attack here. I'm going a three-pronged attack. You have a breakout trade. You also have the fail break. That's an ad there, but also the structural long. And I missed that the last time, buying dips into 54. I do like it when you're bullish on a name. You have a bit of a more nuanced plan. So that's going to be how I approach over in Peloton. I want to quickly jump back over to IDEX to tell you it made another move down into the 80s. I'm going to hang on to what I have here as we're basing out right at 290 for me. Short at 316 right now. Of course, you saw these ads up at this price. All we do now is hold till about that 20 break even, or hold until this low a day. No need to work the trade in this little middle here. Already in the money. No need to get too fancy with IDEX to the south side.
Let's not get too fancy here. I did want to talk about Apple quickly. We've been getting out here. So this was a failed one there. We got out for the dollar loss, but now we're hammering this one long, and it's been a good one. Let's just call up our board quickly. We're going to work on this to get this better for you, but here it comes right now. This is the board we have on right now. Check out the Floss shirt, too, by the way, if it's your first time there. Check out some of the merchandise. Apple, okay, no, the board is wrong. I'll have to update this. We are long Apple. That's going to be a wrong one. We are short Hertz. Yeah, we're not long. We're not short Kitov. We're going to update this board, guys. It's not correct right now, but let's get back to trading. Big times happening. We'll update the board and get back to that one. But right now, we are long Apple, guys. 363. You see no shorts on here. 363.05. So nice little 50-cent win right here. We're waiting for more, man. I think we can get to 364 at least. Bang! There it is. A nice little win. Once again, Apple going to the high side. 70 cents now in the money. That's a good one. Look at Peloton. Come on, Peloton, push, baby. This could be a good one. We'll wait to see 55.25. What a surprise we bounced off that. Let's take out some at that level and then go from there. But right now, Peloton, here we come, right back upside. We're going to get some out 55.50 as well. Good trade here, guys.
Yeah, I'm watching U1 now. Obviously, you had that halt already to the upside, trying to break through that 30. Not the D shares, the U1K, looking at U1, the A-class shares. Brennan, what do you got?
We look at DraftKings a lot, guys, but Penn Gaming just popping up here on a volume spike here, 6.5%. Stifle raising their price target on Penn today, 6.5% already. Just broke 33 on a huge volume spike, guys.
Yeah, that's a good one. 33.50 here on Penn, probably worth taking here on a break. So we'll probably take some there and see what we can do. A couple hundred shares on a 50 break is good. It's already broke that, but it did come back. It only went as high as 60 there. Nice little upgrade. We saw them. I saw them on a show last night. So they're pumping that stock as we go. Peloton drops below 55.
SPR is dying a very, very quick death here. Down now 10%. So big time flush through the pre-market bottom of 25.50. It's already gone another dollar since. I'm now going to look to see if we can get involved in this somehow. But after having missed this and not able to hit that bid because the short sell restricted, you can only short the pops. And first level would be 25 even. I'm looking for the reload chance here in IDEX if it comes back up. But wow, SPR really heading southbound. Got to look for a way to get into this one on any kind of a pop.
Yeah, we're getting out of some more Apple there, and there's another out. Bang that one, and as we will do, we will hit our floss because it's a floss show here today. There it is. Not too bad. Nice little 90 cents plus on Apple, so that's worth a floss if you ask me. Okay, the board looks like it should be right now, guys. I've updated it a bit. All these positions look to be fine. Peloton, there it is. Yeah, that cowbell there. Peloton, Apple right now, 363, 90 cents in the money. CCL, we just went long now. That just showed up. Good. Glad that showed up. Hertz, we got that short. Kitov, we're there. It's at the price right now. And Peloton, you know I'm long and loving that 55. So that's what we got on board right now. CCL just popping in right now, though, guys.
And Virgin Galactic just popped a 50-cent move off the bottom here, tested the opening range high and rolled over, failing. I'm now looking at that opening range high, that's 1760, right where we were, then flushing down to 17 even. Look for that for a potential break. I think some shorts would take it off at that price. I'm looking for that reload in Peloton that we talked about. It's at 1580 right now. If we can hold that and bounce back up, I'll add some more shares in that direction. But looking at Virgin Galactic, see if it can't take out that 1760. if it heads southbound and continues this trend, there could be a chance for a 17 break at some point. So watch that level very, very closely.
Yeah, and you guys all saw CCL. Well, once again, guys, we'll swish that one. In at 66 there, out at 72. This was literally 50 shares that we took on this break. Horrible price. We did get out. So far, CCL is going to be a loser if you do see it on the board, but more to come on that one as we're looking for an upside break here. Apple, $1 in the money with the futures coming back down. I think it might be time to take some more of this one out. Kitov breaking upside again. We're right at 130. Let's go, Kitov. You know we've got you at 125. Let's see what you want to do now through 130. We're sitting at 134 right now. That's the high. So we're going to sit there on Kitov at 134. See if we can't take 9 pennies out of this one. Nice little return. And there finally, Neil, now going Peloton to the upside. We're sitting here to see if we can't get some out, but it's been a little bit of a workhorse. Let's wait to see. It needs to get going here. Guys, get on that bike and push this stock. What's up, Brendan?
Another one with an offering pre-market, guys. INPX, 15% now upside, but huge relative volume behind this move. 156 up to about 178. Watch 180 here. Was a little bit of trouble yesterday right at the open for INPX, guys.
Another one here for you as well. TBIO, we talked about this. It's made a couple of bottoms around 24. It keeps trying to test this level. It's up 50%, but look, it's already come off $4 from a $29 high in the pre-market. Watch out for that to fall further on a 24 break. I'm going to hit that one short if we can get it. As you saw there, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I feel like every single name that we've talked about today and traded today has been something that was on our watch list. So if you're tuning in at 9 a.m. and getting that notification, it's definitely going to help you out to be able to play some of these names. I am looking at this pullback here now in Peloton. It's bounced once off 1580. That was the plan. Now I'm looking to see if we can add some shares into this one. If we hold the top end of the range, you get those sort of secondary breaks. And I like to have some shares on board to improve the price and then play some scalp action. So I might take some out in front of the high as we get in and out in front of VWAP over and over again while maintaining a core long in Peloton, the same way I'm maintaining a core short in IDEX.
So I don't know which one's the bigger trade today, but we'll hit a chicken winner dinner for everybody here because look at Apple, guys. We are pushing now, and bang, there it is, $1.40. We take that one out, so there it is. Let's floss it off like the shirt says. Right there. There goes Apple, right to the upside, $1.26 in the money. CCL, guys, also 10 plus pennies in the money. More than that now. CCL moving to the upside. What up, Valeria? As we keep on going, 1778, 1780. We're still pushing to the upside there. So if you're with me today, this is what you're doing. You're catching all this kind of stuff. It's just falling down. Where's the money? Where are we coming? The only trade we're waiting for right now is Peloton. Everything else, guys, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5. 5 symbols. I went back and forth with Carlos from Bear Bull Trader yesterday. He takes 2 at one time. We both decided, you know what? Trade your own book, trade your own style. But bang, there we go. CCL, 13 pennies. And bang, there goes Peloton as well. So right now, guys, yes, sir. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Hope you like the energy because guess what? I bring it every day. Let's go.
INO here, guys. It broke that 17. It tested one time off the open and then flushed like a I don't want to say anything negative about, it is what it is. It flushed like a dog here, guys. I'm looking for this reload here at about 1660, 1670. We are deep in the money on Peloton. We're deep in the money on IDEX. You guys have heard about those. INO is another mover, 10 million in volume. 17 is the level. We liked it for a potential break. It failed. That means I short in front of it. Still going to be a break through that price. But if it tries, forget about 17, forget about 1713. Your new break out to the long side would be 1740. That's the only place I would go long the stock unless it makes some kind of a really, really firm bottom, guys. So INO looking to short this one right here, right now in consolidation. 1740, the new breakout price.
All right, guys, everything is rosy, to say the least right now. We get out of some CCL. Look at this out on CCL, guys, 1778 up there. So right now we have 30, less than 20% of our initial position. As now we come back to the downside. So we'll wait to see what CCL has in store for us. Apple, we're almost out of that one. Look at these outs, guys. It's perfect only because we were able to get this long down here. This flush was a little bit of a problem. You can't get into Apple super early. I thought I've learned my lesson with that, but apparently not. So we'll wait to see what does come through next. Peloton's really the only name I listed on here. Let's check out DraftKings real quick. Did I hear Brendan in my ear?
I think
so let's go to him.
A little energy name, guys, popping up this morning. A couple of people are looking at this one. Barnwell Industries, BRN, 120%. This is an earnings play, so they reported quarterly results. The news here, basically, they didn't lose money, so they're up 120% because they didn't lose money and they were expecting to. $2, though, a bit of a problem for BRN, guys.
And GNUS is making a push here, guys. It did break through 270, well, 275 is a high of day here. It did break through the pre-market top. It just bounced off of 250. Look, it's not that I want to be going away from the short on this trade, but 250 looks like it's going to be a nice little support level. Watch for a 275 break. I will definitely take that breakout trade. You're likely to see me slip into that and out of it very, very quickly if we get it, though. So look out for GNUS at 275. I'll be breaking to the long side on that one. And then also remember, we're still in that Peloton trade. I have not taken anything out. The quarters would be the first leg. We did add on a dip. I would add on another dip. And I'm looking to see if we can't get a couple of dollars out of that trade today. But watch out now for GNUS 275 break.
And there it is, guys. We'll take some off on Peloton. No problem there. Catapult ourselves again. We'll take another 17 cents on that one. We take 20 and then another 17. And like Neil, I'd love to hold on to this one as much as we can. But again, we have shares, so we're going to get out of some here. I'm waiting at 55.40, so hopefully that can go to the upside and we'll hit the celebration for you on that one. CCL does fail back down. We get out of that one. So unfortunately, we'll flush that trade down. We should have got them all out up here, but now we'll wait to see what's on the backside of that. And Apple's been the biggest stock for us today by far. And now we'll wait to see as this one's going to crack back down below 363.80, maybe a good spot to get out, and we'll just take our 80 cents and run away after a nice $1.50 capture at the very top side. You don't want to get out of these things too early. I think I did right here around 363.50. Was just so happy to make that money back, but then you did see Apple get accelerated back to the upside. We got to give it to 364-ish, guys.
It's a roller coaster over here, but one thing that's going to plan is Peloton breaks the quarters, makes the run to 55.50. First leg out for me at 37, so it will quickly take 40 pennies on that trade and look to see if we can't get more. Still got 2/3 of this one on. We like the structure of this trade. It bounced nicely off the pre-market high without being able to break back down. So nice trending trade to the upside. Not a lot of reason to get out of this one, at least in the short term, guys. So digging into that trade as we also look at that U1. Look, it's coming back in here. Watch out for about 23.50 to the downside. That would be floodgates opening up. It feels like, again, it tried to run to the upside and stalled out at 29.50. So, watch out for 23.50. We'll probably have to pay for shorts on this one if I am certain there. So look at that one. I'm going to be shorting through 23.50 on U1.
And guys, we're just banging Peloton here, guys. Bang, another one. This has just been a monster. We hit the cowbell because hell yeah, big trade on Peloton. Remember we talked about this, Brendan, breaking through 55 was going to be a big trade, and there it is right now. Nice little trade through 55. We get as high as 55.70 there. Gets him out 64s. So there we go, in and out of that name. Still have some on. We only have about 1/3 on of our initial position, but that one has been probably the biggest trade here today so far. So good trade on that one. We're almost out of our Kitov, guys. We will ring the register on that one. Been a good trade. I don't know, some of these are short arrows, but we're not short right now. It's because I have orders up to the top side there. Still have that 34 out. So right here, big win for us on Kitov. Majority of them out on this push. That's how I normally trade. But look at this. You got a big edge X right here. So it's got to get through that guy at 123 if you are looking at Kitov. These are live level 2s right here, right? So there's a big seller. Got to get through that, and if you do, then you may have some more upside, but we're dropping all of that. Apple fades back down as well, but Peloton still going. This is a nice one, and if you like chicken or not, I'm sorry, but we've just hit it way too many times today. The chicken dinner winners are in the building, guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Kitov for a short now that it's broken back below this 120 area. You did put in a bit of a high. The 125 was a nice level. We had an original short. That was our best trade on this stock. Now I'm looking to see if it can hold below 120 and we can short this one again. $1 would be the ultimate mark there. I haven't taken the second leg out of Peloton. If it gets close to 56, we'll definitely take some out on that name, guys. I'm watching INO, not 17. 17.40 for me is going to be the level to reverse long. I will get out of the short, however, at 17 and 17.15. That's his opening range top here, guys. So I wouldn't track long until 40s, but I would get out at about 17.15. Brennan, what do you got?
Just watching Workhorse here, guys. 15% to the upside still, but coming back down here through 7. Huge break on volume of 7 there for WKHS. Came up on a volume scanner, but definitely doing higher relative volume. Another one from that electric vehicle group, guys.
Yeah, we definitely saw that one talking about that workhorse. Yeah, well, you've actually been hammering that one to our face there, Brendan. And for some reason, we keep ignoring it, but you are right. WKHS, I think, right? Workhorse right here, $7. Yeah, Brendan's brought this to our attention. I feel like it's been every single day. This stock is moving yesterday 5 and change up to 6 during the show before closing at about 6, and then today you get up to 750. So let's look at that. 9 million shares right now on Workhorse, guys. So yeah, $687. We could get a little break. I need to get through this garbage here. What about 713 on Workhorse? So we'll wait to see on that one. Hertz looks like it finally wants to go down, or maybe not. It does go as high as 127. We still have that short. I know you were short Luckin, Neil. What is that then? I haven't even looked at it. Oh, wow. Okay, Luckin goes
It's right here at
the
80s,
other way.
guys.
Yeah.
Held 3 even, so I'm still in the short. 3 has been my out the entire time. I haven't added too much to this position, but I will look if it makes another run up to that 3. Genius Brands just broke 275. The failed break shakeout would give you about 265, 266. That would be the price that I think you want to make sure you hold. Not a hard stop down here. You want to watch this one actively. We're talking a little bit about that strategy yesterday. It did just dip down to 68 before coming right back in. So I'd only add if it touches that mid-60s and then bounces to the upside. So Genius Brands continuing its run to the upside. Strong move today. Usually I'll short it, but you're not going to fight the price action. This one's headed higher, it looks like today. IDEX I've not added. I will look to do so if it gets anywhere back towards that 320, 330 area, but it just hasn't given me the other entry, and it hasn't gone to the low to get me out of any more shares to the downside.
Yeah, KTOV, we're out of that one, and it's not really doing anything. We're going to hit perfect for this one. Peloton, guys, it doesn't get much better than this. Obviously, it does go as high as 85. Our best out, 67. Now look at it fade right back in. Bang. This is where, like, the reason why I call this perfect, obviously, it would have been better to get it down here at 54, but the 55 break, we called and loved that. Then we averaged in there as well. Got some out and then out on the top side. So right now, guys, we only have like 15% of our positions left. So that's a floss any which way you like that one. We can check in on JP Morgan. This has been stock that I bought recently, not recently, but in that dip down there in the 80s. It was been a little disappointing, but right now JP Morgan up 2.7%. Was not expecting that today. We actually bounced right off 100. So 100 alert, watch out for that as we'll wait to see if it can get back to 100. Love punching things through those levels, guys.
I just finally chased this KTOV down to 115 all the way down here after that 120 break. Try to catch this short. You know, on the way down, it can be hard. It's just pounding that bid over and over again. So we can take this one. Usually, I would like to only give us about 5 or 6 cents, but I feel like you have to give it a couple of ticks above VWAP. That pre-market high, even though it was a 125 break we were looking at, you know, technically it was a $1.23. You can use that as your out if you want to do it, guys. But KTOV, now another short position. I will quickly throw the position board on so you can see what I'm working with. We have quite a few. Long in Peloton, we've taken only a third out. $54.99 is my average price there. Long Genius Brands, no ad yet. $278 is our long. Short Hertz at 127, IDEX at 316. Those are both in the money. INO at 1658. That we're giving 55 pennies in change. We think that one can be a $1.50 type of a move. And KTOV, we just got into. Luckin is holding in the mid 80s, low 80s right now. We're short at 277. But Brendan, what do you got for us, buddy?
You were just asking about this one. Aurora Cannabis, somebody mentioned this in the chat. Straight higher, guys, 10% to the upside. They updated their short interest in the U.S., obviously. Was a lot smaller than expected. So it looks like that is the catalyst here for ACB. Some of the other cannabis names, though, are showing some strength today as well, guys.
Yeah, it might not be, that's not good news. I mean, that's great news, don't get me wrong, but not as good as I thought. So yeah, I yelled over to Brendan there, find out about Aurora. That's why, I mean, Brendan, thank you so much. Great little call there. But I did take it breaking through the high. Now that I know about this, let's just dump this if it breaks through 15, which it looks like it's going to do. We did not put a lot of risk on it. We did want to take the shot, see what the news was there on this name, and then go from there. So right now, Aurora coming back down. We are going to dump this because it does have so much room to come back down, right? I mean, the next thing down here, well, there it goes. We should be out of this in a second. Breaking through 15 there. I don't know if it even touched 95. There it goes. There it goes. ACB, we are out. So we'll wait to see. I'm holding on to small, but we'll wait to see if it gets back here. 1460. I think we'll put some bids down here. See if we get some longs down here for Aurora. But that one's a fall on the face. Peloton, though, guys.
Maybe we can get some shirts for that superhero thing. Sure. And Genius Brands. Look, you don't have to have been a genius to have been shorting it the last couple of weeks, but today it's a long. It just broke that 75. It never gave me that pullback the way that I liked it to get to 60s, fair enough. We'll take only the breakout. I just got some out there in the mid 80s. Next leg out will be when it breaks 90, and then looking to see if it makes a run to that $3 range. I think if it comes back below that 70, we'll probably have to take it off and then look towards that 250 area that we definitely like for possible support. So Genius Brand still moving upside here. Maybe this pullback will get us a reload. I'm not sure it's going to happen there. Look, Jordan, I'm assuming you're talking about Genius Brands. If you called a break, good on you. We definitely love to see that. So for you, I'll give you the Mortal Kombat perfect, but it's more like flawless victory. That's my jam there on Mortal Kombat. INO breaks out. So that's going to be our hit of the day. Well, our first losing trade of the day is going to be on INO, unfortunately. But I'm not breaking long in this one. Not until 1740. 1740 breaks, you're looking for a run to the high a day and then 18 even as well. So INO for me, I'm not reversing long yet. I know it looks like it's going to be strong. I just want to see it take out this level where there was an iceberg seller in the pre-market.
Okay, guys, here goes Peloton. Big win. Yeah, I'm going to take INO as well, breaking through 11. What is it, 1730, I think it was. So we're getting ready to load up there. But look at this. Peloton, guys. Wow, right to the upside. We turned bullish on this one, and yeah, there it goes. So Peloton right now, nice little runner there. We just took some out at 50 again. I guess the next stop will take some out at 56. But here we go, right to the upside. Nice little win on Peloton for sure as we go. I did want to check back in Apple because look what it's doing now. We were long here. And then now we'll wait to see as it's just moving to the upside, trying to break through the day's high, which it could do without even the market going here. I mean, Apple right now, look at the market low and Apple high. So what is that? 365.28. It's coming on right now. I think we should take this long on Apple, guys, breaking through. Let's go.
Absolutely. I said I get out of some in front of 56 on Peloton. Second, third out. We only have the dip buy left at 54.90. So that's going to be our position long right now, 54.93. If it breaks through 56, fair enough. It's already now $1 in the money. We are certainly looking for more on this runner. We've seen $2 $3 moves on this type of setup when it happened at 47. So I can anticipate that we can have a good shot at that again. Next pullback trade will be 55.25. We look to see if we get anything to the downside, but already breaking 56. There's that dollar plus winner that you're looking for, guys. So Peloton on the run to the upside. The IDX coming down. Don't sleep on Hertz there, Sean. It is coming off of 120.
Yep.
That short, look, it's like yesterday.
I've got
You can just work out of it and then hang on to it all day long. I mean, you know, probably going to be a penny stock at some point in this week or next.
Yeah, that's for sure. We are getting out of some of this INO, but here it goes to the upside right now. Nice little trade. We are long 33s right now, going, gone. So we'll wait to see here how high up it does want to go, 1730 and change. We did take Apple long right here as well. Just came in right now at the high of the day, so let's wait to see. We did take this one. The futures go. How high does this thing even want to go today? Who knows, but nice little trade here. We're not trying to drop Apple off anytime soon, as there it goes right away. Nice little 20-cent win here for Apple. We'll have to watch our Peloton. Hertz, INO, we're long ACB. Let's just keep this train going, guys.
Yeah, Genius with its first real pullback here. I did get some out at 291. You do see that big move up on that 275 break, but it is now coming off heavily. This is the first big sell. You want to see if it holds now 280 at this point. If it does do that, we'll look to see if we can take some out in the 90s once again. But a hard turn at 298. So that $3 level is going to look like a potential breakout trade. Slid my stop to that 280, so no matter what, this is going to be a profitable trade. But it's also 10 o'clock, guys, and that means happening now with Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, 10 o'clock, half an hour in the books already. We had two economic releases out between 9:30 and 10. 9:45 PMI data was actually a little bit higher than expected for the month of June. New home sales from last month in the U.S. as well, just out there. Looks like a 1.9% increase on a month-over-month basis, so a nice look for both of those numbers. Here's a look at North American markets so far this morning, half an hour in. We're still positive here. The S&P about 0.7%. The Dow, same story. You can see the NASDAQ 0.65% to the upside, so nicely positive right across the board for U.S. markets. Here in Toronto, the TSX 0.8%. Cannabis names moving higher so far. We talked about a couple of them. Brazil 0.9% to the upside. Nice look. Bitcoin a little bit negative so far, and the metals and energy energy sector is not really doing a heck of a lot. Let's go over to ACB here in Toronto. You can see 10% to the upside now. Really nice look from 18.20 all the way up to above 20. Kind of holding at day highs as well for ACB. Got to check out this one as well. Weed 6.5% just made a new high on the day, straight higher from $23.50 up to $25 now for weed.to. Air Canada, I noted, huge volume at the open. So big time relative volume on Air Canada to the downside this morning. We did actually open higher, but big time sell volume came in, pushed this thing back into negative territory on the session so far. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. First of all, hit like, hit subscribe. We do this every single day that the market is open. We would love if you joined us. Back over to you guys.
Yeah, there goes Peloton there. Neil and I, obviously, we trade with dramatically different share sizes, I think, on these kind of plays. So I'm out mostly on Peloton. I know, Neil, you're looking for $2 or $3. You might be right here. This one making new highs, breaking through 56 now. So I still got this on, but I'm probably thinking about taking $1 on this name. I guess this is all-time highs now, so not sure how much more we have to go. Wow, there goes INO. Okay, 1750. We're long 1733 on INO. Nice little move to the top side here. Let's get some out at 50. The next stop, 1770.
Monster seller at 50. Monster. 100,000 shares, which is not anything to sneeze at. They're just on NASDAQ alone. 40,000 shares on ARCA. So we get through 50. I'm going to take some off as well. We talked about this breakout trade. But look, you got to take that. A lot of people are probably looking at that and taking some shares off on an INO. So I'm going to see if we can't use that to get some juice. It just broke.
Yeah.
But I'm looking to get out on that push. And then the high of the day break would be 1785. Also 18 even worth looking at. I have a lot of positions on. I really want to try to update the board for you here, guys. So let's throw it on up. I've got 3 longs and 4 shorts. So long in Genius Brands, 278. That's still in the money for us. We just got that long break in INO. 1740 was the break for me. So 43 is to the long side. Peloton still long at 54.93. That's $1 in the money. Short Hertz. That's down in the money for us, 127 short. Short IDEX still 316. That's 30 pennies in the money. But remember, we've already taken a bunch on this. I have not added to this short. I'm looking to take that off. It gets back down to the 70s. Also have shorts in Kitov at 115 and Luckin right now in the money at 277 short. We're looking for more if that one goes back down to 250.
Yeah, I was waiting for the 250 break, guys. I also am going to put up this Peloton trade. That's not good. I'm going to put it up differently than that. The reason why, guys, this one traded out basically perfect for us here, like we talked about Peloton all day, breaking through this 55. Great little trade there. It does just bounce off 56, so we will have to wait to see what Peloton wants to do to the top side at 56, but nice little trade happening right there. INO, yeah, I mean, it hits that 50. This might be a little hard to see here, but let me see if I can move this over. Yeah, it's too hard, but we got some out 59s, 58s as we go, and then we'll talk about that top side back here. So we're not going to get anything out anytime soon on INO. We're going to wait for a 17 break back downside on that name. So INO right now, good one to go. Hertz, nah, whatever. We did get some out at 20 there, so that was good. But our short is 26, so we're waiting on that one. Peloton flushes all the way back down. ACB basically comes all the way back. So we go long, and I was waiting, guys. I mean, whatever. You can come over here and see it, but 1475 we were waiting to get long. It only goes down to 84, busts all the way back up. So let's wait to see if we can't eventually make some money on ACB. I'm going to try one more long again if it goes through 1525. We've talked about why we do like that one, but the market, guys, getting crushed right now. So find your shorts.
Ben, I'm glad you had a monster profit on GNUS. The market's coming in and it's failed to retest that high. Like I said, I've slid everything out for a stop at 280. My long break was 78. I did miss that reload potential in the 265, mid 260s range. It's hard to pick those up, but certainly there was a chance. If it breaks that 80, I will be all out of Genius Brands. It's not that I don't like holding the long, but I don't like holding the long. So I'm going to sit here and take the profit where it lies in this type of a name. I know some of you guys said it's fantastic news at debt-free. Fair enough, but I'm going to take my profit and run if 280 breaks. But breaking back to the downside again is IDEX. Once it takes out this 285, I'll take a few more shares out, but 316 short, still looking for a retest of that bottom at around 270. Haven't had a heck of a lot of reason to get out of it. But I got a reload of the coffee. Thank you, Valeria. So now we're feeling pretty good about that trade. Everything so far in the money for us, with the exception of INO. That break long is just flat. So if it breaks back below 17 even, we'll probably take it off. But now looking to get out of some shares on IDEX is a bit of a buyer at 285. well, I could maybe think about taking some shares out in front and holding the rest. Probably a better idea than waiting for like 83 or 82.
Yeah, thank you, Valeria, there as well. We'll get going. CRC, yeah, we can look at that in a minute. Hertz, yeah, come on, that's not original there, EH. We've been saying that for a bit. INO right now, yeah, we're still long that name here. We're going to wait to see if it does take out that high of the day. But, another merch opportunity here. You can get your Trader TV Live. If you're going to support the show, man, we're free on YouTube. You guys know that already. We've averaged in here a decent little pickup. Come on, mouse, where are you? Decent little pickup here on Apple in the 40s and 30s. We're still right here, but Apple falling. You see what these futures are doing, guys. Every time the futures can fall, I'll be happy picking up Apple on a little bit of a dip. What's up, Brendan, if I heard that correctly?
There we go. Yeah, Yeti, guys. A couple of upgrades on this one. Yeti, 6.6%. Sean, get your OTC mug ready if you have it, because Yeti is on the move. They make mugs and outdoor equipment, guys.
Oh, right. Yeah,
my wife's commandeered my mug.
Yeah, this is a Yeti mug. Good call there. Let's go to this camera so you guys can see. Yeah, OTC. What up, Jeffrey Mendel, VP there. If I can show you the bottom, it's hard to see. It does say Yeti on it. Oh, here it is, Yeti. There it is. So good little call there. If anybody has one of these Yeti mugs, it's still loaded with coffee from the morning. It keeps them keeps your coffee warm for days. Okay, Apple and Yeti is not a sponsor of the show yet. 365.10 to the upside. Bang that one off. That's a home run. We just gave this to you, Apple. We took some off at 80 there, so right now to the top side, there goes Apple. So yes, there we go. Go. We'll see what happens on that name as we continue to move to the top side on Apple. Should took some out there. 365.25. Okay, we'll do that if that comes through, but Apple, big name here, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And bouncing off 280, so good for us on Genius Brands. It's back at that 290. I'm going to take it off in front of 3, and the reason is sort of obvious, because I can just play another breakout at $3 even. There's no reason not to take that profit. You'll miss out on 3, 4, 5 pennies, maybe a little bit more than that, and then if it bounces to the downside, you can reassess. Otherwise, the breakout's going to have plenty of liquidity with 27 million shares already done. Genius Brands been a good long. You just don't want to sit there and look at that profit and stare it in the face and not take it. So I will take this out here at 93s. We got that 75 break. We're all done with this until we get a $3 break on Genius Brands. I want to thank you for the super chat there. We do see you, Nash. Aussie dollars or FFHL. We'll definitely check that one. I just added it to my quote board there, but we're going to check that news, see if we can get that from Brendan on that name. I won't go back over every single stock that we're holding right now, but I will take you just to one that I haven't called up yet. And that's going to be Hertz. It tried to push off the open. I like shorting pops on Hertz in front of any kind of level. 135 is the sort of pre-market high. 140 was the key level we've been talking about for quite some time. I've only been taking out legs in front of 120 just because it's a round number. When that breaks, I will still have some on board. We'll look for about $1. Maybe it's a penny stock this week. When that does happen, I promise you, we'll be short that name. INO is working back to the top here. Slow move. This is our first losing trade of the day to the short side. We reversed long. If it can't break high of day, you're going to see me jump away from this ship very, very quickly. But I'd like to see if we can't hold this through the high as opposed to take it off in front of the high. So 1784 is that high of day. If it breaks it, we'll see if we can't hold for an 18 break. Otherwise, if it fails at that price, you'll look to see me probably get out on a break-even stop in INO. Let's see if we can get a runner here. So far, so good.
Yep, and so far so good, that's for sure. I did want to talk about this. If you guys are following me on Twitter here, we did talk about Peloton at 8:30 going long and smashing that level. So hopefully you guys hit that with me. I did want to go. If you're not following me on Twitter right now, do it at TraderTVSean. Jeffrey Smith earlier on today, and I answered him. This was at 8:47. Oh, let's go, INO. A nice little 20-cent win. I know your team is producing educational videos, but how did you learn to trade? Was there a job or whatever? I just answered him, no, look, I got an honors business degree with a focus in finance. They don't teach you anything about trading there. So where I got my first job was with our sponsor, Day Trade the World, and I've been here ever since. And this is what I said, and grew up learning with my own sweat equity and my peers. So Neil, one of those, is Brendan as well. As we keep on going, guys, you learn from the people around you, and I think that that's very, very important, that we all kind of understand that you got to take your own steps towards becoming a successful trader, and your own style too, and learn from everybody, right? I see how Neil's scalping certain things. Brendan's coming with these hot names. I'm trying to trade big names. There's a lot of different styles to learn from, including right now, Neil, and I know we have this going. I know you have it as well, but INO, kaboom! We hit the floss. We've got the shirt on. There we go. Do the dance, my man, because INO rockets to the north side on my board. Big trade here. INO, Neil, I know you have that. Are you out, or are you waiting for 18?
So I'm looking to see if we can hold through the break. It touched 2 cents above, so that's 1783, but slid back down. So what I'm going to probably do is give it back to this level here, that 1750, take it out, and then look for a breakout through the high day. Otherwise, we're hanging on for this break. I want to see it take out 18 before we get out of this one here, guys. The only position that's not in the money for me right now is going to be Luck and Coffee. I'm not loading into that one unless it retests 3. But again, there's a monster seller on INO at $18. I feel like you know what? This is ridiculous. We should be adding on an 18 break.
This one out.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take it out in front of that 18, and then I'm going to add on an 18 break. There's so much liquidity there. We'll get to Brendan for upgrades and downgrades.
Hey guys, yeah, let's get some more symbols to have a look at so far this morning. AppV, the top of the list here on the upgrade side. 0.5% actually came in a bit after gapping up on the upgrade this morning. Fastenal, and then ON Semiconductors down here. Another interesting looking chart if you want to have a look at that one. On the downgrade side, Micron, we mentioned, couple of downgrades in that space today. And there's SPR, Spirit Aerosystems, catching again a couple of downgrades on the Boeing. Continued issues, we'll call it, for Boeing. AppV here, guys, back to basically break even. We did touch the closing level there around 97, but gave you a nice fade through 98 down to 97 if you were watching. AppV gapping up on the upgrade so far. Micron to the downside as well. This level up here was 51 and change. We barely got to 50.80 there on the wick higher right at the open, then straight southbound 49.5 at the bottom there for Micron. So some of the semiconductors definitely weak. Possibly that Apple news from yesterday helping in that direction. Guys, back over to you.
No, I mean, check the bottom. Bang! 1825. This is what we're talking about. Got this for Father's Day. Shout out to my main man here. You are number one. I know it's a little bit hard to read, but today we will lift up the trophy as if we won the World Cup, because there goes INO. Big trade. We just took some out at 18.25. We're rocking and rolling on that one. We've got Apple long. We've got Hertz to the short side. We've got Peloton with the 55-cent winner. And that's what it's all about. Thank you, my man, for this. This is another good luck spot. Now we have 3. We have Freddie the Flamingo. We've already talked about that. We need a name, Eric. I know you're watching, Eric. We need a name for our good luck frog. That's going to come on. Maybe Randy the good luck frog there, as I see him in the background. And then the trophy, we will just continue to raise. So there it is. Nice little win there. Thank you. Let's go, INO. 60 pennies in the money. Let's go.
Yeah, I just got out and added at 18, so it's sort of a rinse and repeat type action there. You pay a few cents, but if it bounced down off 18, I wanted to buy a bit of a dip. 1780 was that previous level, the pre-market high. We'll look for that as a retracement. Just going to have a stop and then let this one run. I mean, I don't see any reason to get out of that trade. Someone asked about KTOB. Yeah, it's not that it's not a good trade. It's in the money. It's been a great one for me, but very distracted, obviously, by some other names. We did short here. I didn't add. I shorted at 115. It just recently took out this low. 106 was as good as we got on our first short at 117. So I have to take some out in front of that again. If it fails to break that price, you know, the march to $1 in penny stock status that I've tried a couple of times on KTOF could be just only a dream and not a reality, but I'd still look for that 10% return, and I wanted to test that one even. My stop is at VWAP here, just above it, 120. So let's see if we can't get KTOF to run. I am still short that name, but we need to go visit Miss V. Let's go to Valeria.
Thank you, Neil, and hey guys, welcome everyone who joined us for the first time. Please subscribe to this channel and join us live every day. We also have educational channel, and today our next educational video will be available for you. I will be sending the link on the chat, so stay tuned and write in the comments suggestions for new educational videos. And please, 3,600 viewers out there, smash the like button. Your support is so important to us. Let's break all the records and reach 3,000 likes today. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Right, yeah, we'll smash some records.
We hit that like, hit that subscribe, and someone just asked in the chat if we're trading penny stocks. I don't have any penny stocks right now. However, I would really like it if both Hertz and our good friend KTOV would accommodate us and become penny stocks. Why? Because we're short both of those names. I do want to update you. I know we're both trading INO and Peloton to the long side. Peloton having a little bit of trouble, but secondary, well,
I got out.
I guess third break would be 56 here. You're seeing it look like it wants to make another run. I did have a dip buy. If you see the turquoise line, that's just an order that I put in here, I guess about 20 minutes or so ago that's not going to fill. So, forget about that dip buy at 55.30. Looks like we're not getting that. Another one would be 55.50. But 56 break, looking like it wants to see if it can hold. 08 is the high of day. I still have this position on, looking to see if we can get a little bit more to the upside on Peloton, as that one tries to continue this trend. There we go through high of day. So Peloton still on the run to the upside. I want to go back to U1. I did not put a trade on Urban 1, but I am looking at this 24. It's 24.15, or you can look at this level here, 23.50. Either one of those to break to the downside could get spicy if this one tries to break down. U1 up 30%, made another run again. Of course, it's been kind of that flavor of the month stock in breakouts and running to the upside on essentially no news, except for a social media campaign there on U1.
Yeah, exactly. My dad just sending me a message here that his friends are now watching the show, and he's very proud. So thank you, Dad. That makes me very happy to hear that. I&O still going as well. Hertz down to the downside, and bang that one off again. We turned bearish. We've been bearish on Hertz forever. And before we go, I know Neil just talked about it, but we are completely out of our Peloton. My biggest stock of the day easily here. So we hit the cowbell for that one. Oh, and what I wanted to bring up is if you're not following me on Twitter, you probably should be. This was 8:34. If anybody knows, obviously, what show this is from, that's fantastic. But this little character there, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about shows on the show, but there we go. Good morning, trading family. Peloton break 55 will be on watch. Was it on watch? Hell yeah, it was on watch. It was double on watch. And then we crushed that one to the upside. So congratulations, anybody that had Peloton with me. Did you have it, Brendan?
Indeed.
Yes.
Great trade through 55, obviously. FFHL, guys, a couple of people have mentioned this one. Yeah, crazy stock so far today. It's been halted a couple of times to the upside. We're coming back in now. Topped out around 10.50. We're back to, $8 in a straight line there for FFHL. They make plastic film. It was earnings. They reported a profit versus an expected loss. So earnings for FFHL, guys.
Still watching Genius Brands here, guys. I'm all out of this one, this long breakout trade that we had. Certainly now looking for a $3 break, but look at the top end range. We talked about 280. That was my trailing stop on our long that we had on the break. Now it's going to look to see if we can't have that to the short side. So I would take a small position short 280. I am also looking at the long break at $3 inside of the range. I will not be touching Genius. I do feel like I might have a short leash on the 280 break, if only because you do have VWAP down here, and there was that breakout through 75. So you might run into some buying immediately. I put a short leash on that break to the downside. But if we hold below 75, we'll definitely be back on that short train that we've loved so much on that name. I&O does continue to try to go for us here to the upside. I did move my stop, so I'm just going to let this one ride. Here we have it. 18.05 was my second entry long. Our first one was on that 17.40 break. So we reloaded on the break. I'll probably do the exact same thing. If it goes another $1, that would be fantastic if it does. I'm not going to predict that that's going to happen, but I'll keep sliding my stop as it moves to the upside. Playing the trend, guys. This is what it is. I liked it short originally. We reversed to the long. Now we're holding on to it. Brendan, what do you got?
Somebody was asking about penny stocks. I missed who it was. I'm sorry, but here you go. SHIP on the NASDAQ, guys. Huge volume on this name today. 20 cents up to 25 cents for SHIP. 24% to the upside. Monster volume. They're a maritime shipping company. Just higher shipments over the last monthly period, I believe, for this one, guys.
Right, guys, let's put on our board here because, if you want the winners here, this is what we're talking about here. It says, please update my data. Okay, long, short, long. Yeah, this looks right here. If we can push start on this board, I will. Having some problems with that board today. 70 cents in the money right now on Apple. We've been taking it out. ACB, we've already talked about that one. We will fall in a hole on that, but we are waiting just to see. We will kind of average, and we still are very light on that one. Hertz, 8 pennies in the money. That's a banger. We've been talking about that. And then I&O, we just keep getting out of that one. We've been in it twice. Our long is 17.50. We were long 17.30. We were long 17.50, and we just got out some there 18.40 something. So nice little trade there on I&O. Look, we took $1 out of that name. So yeah, to say everything's going well would be an understatement. It's been a big day today, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's go, Apple.
Watch out for U1 here, guys. It's about to take out that 2350 level. We like that to the downside if it ever does break. Hasn't happened yet, but we're sliding heavily back in. It was 30% up just a couple of seconds ago. Now you're seeing it track down rather heavily. The next level up, if it does break, in terms of resistance that you take it to, will be about 25. I feel like you got to give it $1, $1.50, maybe even $2 to let it run in. We are getting some. I'm getting some more shares out of Hertz here, and it's not that we don't like holding the short. It's just that you have to take some profit. It's starting to really, really speed up to the downside. It got to 110 here. Sorry, check that 111 off that short at 27. So anytime you get that 10% return, I still like it for penny stock status. I didn't even think this would happen necessarily today. I thought maybe it'd be later on in the week, but hey, if it wants to do it today, we'll be very happy to trade a penny stock, and that'll be Hertz, and it'll probably be only short.
Yeah, I have a bid still at Hertz at 106 here. So that's been my bid from the morning. So good little trade happening there on Hertz. I&O does fall all the way back down, but we've played this one like a fiddle. So we've been doing so well on this stock. It's my #1 stock today. Well, that and Piton are right up there. Apple trying to make a move as well to the top side here as we continue to hold long on Apple. Hertz, yeah, what a great trade there. We just took some out at 15. It does go all the way down. We'll bid midway through, but we do think there's more to come on Apple. But yeah, Hertz, I&O, ACB, and Apple, you know the trades we have. That's all I written down. What about Donkey Kong before we go over to Brendan here? A DKNG over there. I think it's NASDAQ, or is it NYSE? Yeah, it's NASDAQ. Yeah, it still didn't. Drops his 38 and change. We'll look for some levels to get going here, maybe through 39.50 if it can get back above these levels. But there goes Apple again, 70 cents in the money. Hertz now 10, I&O 50 cents. Let's throw it over to the big board with, I think it's small cap recap time with Mr. Wiggins.
Hey guys, yeah, welcome. Small cap time. Let's have a look at a couple that were pretty interesting this morning. Gave you all kinds of opportunity. KTOV, the big one we mentioned in the pre-market, teaming up with Bristol Myers on some cancer research. So a little teeny tiny stock. We talked about 125 as being the top, and hey, guess what? It ended up being the top. 125, 120 to 125. We'll give it a 5-cent range if you go out to a daily time frame. Took out this high. The veracity, I guess, that it took out that high, 120, was so intense. There was so much buy volume that came in there. Got me out of my short initially. Actually went long there. Got a nice little 10-cent winner on the long. Came immediately back below 125. As soon as it came back below 125, big time offers showed up on the level 2, started showing resistance once again at 125. So back into the short back through the range there on KTOV. Lots of volume, lots of liquidity. You can take as many shares as you want on that one. Luck and Coffee, another one. Yeah, it's a small cap. Flush this morning in the pre-market on the delisting notice came up to $3. You go out to a daily time frame, $3, and then there's really not much all the way down to $2, as we were mentioning. So I've really been focusing on this one, trying to get a nice high position, high short position, see if we don't get all the way down to at least 250 again. Yeah, here we go. Starting to break to the downside here, guys, for Luckin. Watch 250. That's where we ended here. But below that, probably $2 for LK. Guys, back over to you.
I just want to show what Luckin is. I got some shares out there at 72 just now, Brennan. 270, there's a bit of a buyer here, so I will take some off. My short price is 79. It was actually an average of 78. But if it bounces back to $3, because I want to be adding on the way back up to this short, I'm going to take that profit in front of this buyer. If 270 breaks, I can always try to get back in. It is short sell restricted, so it could be a little bit tricky to do that. I was going to put the position board up, but guys, we got to tell you what is coming up today. And we try to do educational topics for you. We're dropping a video. There it is, ETFs. That will be right before the end of the show. Valeria's going to drop in that link. We do have lots of educational content on there. Let us know what you think about it. Learn all about using ETFs as an indicator and trading them, and some important ones that you want to have up there, guys. So that's going to be coming up, dropped at 11:50. Make sure you tune in for that. And as always, hit that subscribe to make sure you're getting all the updates from us and able to follow every single day. And that Market Wisdom channel will always have educational content. Let us know what you want to see, because we're trying to cater to you guys.
Here goes Apple. We just take some out at the high of the day. So there we go. Let's explode some money for this one. Apple just ripping upside. We are long 364.47. So that's $1 in the money. We'll put the board up. Let's put the board up. Give you guys a little quick update here. We are going to be putting the board more permanently on the bottom so you guys can see. But we keep saying it, but today feel like one of these days here, Street Fighter. Let me know what character you use, and then I'll just beat you with Ryu. Apple long right now, 364.50. You can see that one, $1.05 now in the money. ACB, we reloaded. So we're going to wait to see if it breaks through 14.70 there. Hertz, 10 cents in the money. We've been cashing that out as we go. We have half left of Hertz, guys. So we're waiting for $1. And then INO, we've been playing that one, amazing. That's been the chicken dinner winner of the day. Nuts, another 25 cents. Even though it's dropped back off, our price is just so damn good that, you know, what can you say? We're long down here, guys. I'm just going to wait for the rest, hold it. If it does break back down below 1740, we will get out. But we have like 2% of this position left. There goes Apple, guys. Yes, sir. Still ripping to the upside here. Days high. This is $1.40 in the money. So you really only need one trade today. And if it was one, I would say it should be probably Peloton 355 because I gave that to you an hour early. But Apple right now to the upside, what a great trade that one was.
I just took out mine on the pullback in INO. I'm going to hang on to Peloton. So sometimes I like trailing stops, sometimes I don't. Because I've been looking for reload buys in Peloton, and it's actually been such a strong trend, I've been avoiding putting a trailing stop into this one. It is continuing its sort of slower climb after that initial break to the upside. So I still think we can get a couple of dollars on this trade. We have 5 positions on. It's the only long I have. All 4 shorts are deep in the money, so it's kind of an easy ride on all of them. I want to jump over, however, to that U1. It has so far managed to hold this 23.50. If you do have the locates there, that should be a nice little level break. We keep talking about it because it should be a good one through 23.50 when we get it. Hopefully, we'll have some locates to be able to take that short there with you guys. One more name here. TBIO has been in play. I was looking at this one earlier for a 24 break. I still actually have a stop order to go short on a low of the day break. It bounced hard. A 10% move off of that 24 bottom. Looks like now it wants to retest it. So back on the radar. Was looking at that break at the open. It tried to go up. Now it's coming back in. It's still up 50% on the day, but TBIO looking to retest that bottom.
Yeah, good thing we've just been going long here on Apple. We'll tweet this one out as well. Long there. If you follow me, that's fantastic. Also on Instagram, putting out some fun things there as well. Behind the scenes. I'm trying to focus on behind the scenes for Instagram for you guys if you do like that. But here comes Hertz. I know we're almost out of it. Oh, yeah, Apple. That's what I want to talk about quickly. We just did get out. So we used that break. So now we have 10% of our position left. We used that break through 366 to get out. And that's off this little long here. 364.50. Our only mistake on this whole day on Apple was right here. And we talked about not taking it too early. 932. I mean, look at these candles. Starts here, 364, goes all the way down to 362.50, then back up to 364, then back down to 362.50, then back up and then back down. You get what I'm saying? We got caught up in all of that. We wait for the best opportunity. Let it go down. Unfortunately, we do get stopped out of about half. Then we buy that half right back. And since then, it's been, buy here, no problems. We're selling off this position here. Then bang, take the high, take it again on a dip. And again, if you guys rewind, we can hear that we talked about punching this one in the face. We wanted Apple to keep going upside. I mean, this board is messed up, but we punch it there. Apple to the downside. That's rain money. There it is. Punch that out. Apple upside now, up 2%. We talked about dip buying. Glad we stuck to our plan, and when that happens, it's disco ball time. But Brendan, give us something else, my friend.
Guys, watch the cruise lines here. Just seeing a couple of stories coming through on Royal Caribbean. Looks like they're going to extend their suspension, so operational suspension, to their entire global fleet. So the September 15th deadline that they had, or date that they had set, was just for North America. Looks like this is going to have to deal with the entire global fleet now for Royal Caribbean. Suspension through to September 16th. They're also saying Canada, anything in Canada till October 31st. So a little bit of an update there, guys, for Royal.
A quick break on TBIO. It just took out that low of the day, 24. I did trigger into the short. There's one other short that I talked about, and I hope somebody had it there. GNUS, I did mention getting out of the long. If I had a trailing stop, I had a trailing stop at 280. We're able to catch that near that secondary move, almost perfect. Missed it by a penny there. 94 is as high as it got. I got out at 93. But I did say we should reverse short when it broke 280. I missed that trade. Looks like it was a good one for you guys there. If you have it on, it does still need to hold below that original 275 breakout price before it's going to be a deeper short for us. So add TBIO to the board of our short trades. I just took some out for a quick 30-cent scalp on TBIO. Now we're going to see if we can't hold the rest. This one has lots of room to go if it wants to test to the downside. I do feel like there's some chop here at 24.60 to 24.80. That if it gets back into that price, you're looking for a reload anyways, so you want to hold this one too far against you. That's why I like taking that quick little scalp out at the low and see if it wants to retest it a little bit later on. TBIO, yes, up 48%, but look at how heavily it started to come off. Add it to my shorts. Peloton here, it is slowing down. Keep in mind, it's 10:30 now. You're getting into that time of day where I would not be shocked to see a hard consolidation for quite some time. And if it does that above 56, over $1 in the money, it gives you the opportunity to trail the stop to that consolidation low and then maybe add to a position on that high break. So it hasn't happened yet. You're still seeing upwards action, but if it starts to go sideways, that's going to be my plan of action. Move a stop to the bottom end of that range, and then also think about taking some more long on a secondary breakout, even if it happens at 11 o'clock, guys.
Okay, we did take CCL there. I just did send out an Instagram, guys. So at Trader TV Sean on Instagram. If you want some behind the scenes, you may or may not have gotten Brendan in the background there. So we do take CCL on that short again. We average it. This is that exact same spot we went earlier. So this is the only negative stock that we have on board today. So we're going to wait to see and ACB, wait to see what CCL wants to do on the downside there. I did get that note from Brendan, as we all did, about Norwegian. But let's just wait to see what CCL wants to do. Going to get out 1760 somewhere up here before this kind of happens to us again. So we'll wait to see. But we're dug in a little bit here. Apple, nice little $1.50 winner. INO still got that on for 30 cents. Hertz, 12.5-cent win right now. What up, Brandon?
XRF, guys, China Financial here. XRF on the New York exchange just halted. This is actually an additional information request. So huge volume spike, huge volatility spike. This is $1.20 in just 3 minutes here. One 3-minute candle to the upside. Additional information requests if you're looking at XRF, guys.
And here comes TBIO. It's tanking down towards 23. So it was just in the money, about 70, 80 pennies. Right now, about 50. We have taken some out, so we're playing with house money here as it works back into the downside, guys. I'm going to also be looking back at IDEX. I still have some shares at 316, but as it breaks through 3 even, I'm now thinking reload. I've slid my stop to a 3 even break. If it breaks that price, I'm going to get out for the first time and not be short. Actually, I've been short all day long since the open. If it breaks 3, I will get out. I will look for re-entry in front of 3/4, 330. That's the price I liked in the morning. I still like it now, but right now TBIO is the big short on right that I'm looking for. 223 if it breaks. I will be taking some out on that momentum through the downside and then looking at the next level on a pullback being that original 24 breakdown price. So I still have half my position here. I'm looking to take it out on a next push down and then look for a re-entry point somewhere on the upside. 5 shorts all in the money, 1 long, still Peloton above that 56.
Okay, here we go, guys. CCL to the downside now. Nice little out there. We took out some of our reload there at 45. Our average price right now, 39. So let's wait to see. Still, basically, we unfortunately punched 38s there. So then we only took about another 20% up here. So that's why our average price now 39. Gotten some out here 35s twice, 36 once I think, and 35 another time. So we'll wait to see here if CCL has any movement to the downside. Your boys got it. So let's rock and roll that one. And by the way, Apple, there we go. I don't know what to do. We'll do Pokeroo. If you know where this is from, good on you. Maybe you are Canadian, but Pokeroo saying, Sean, when are you going to slow this train down? I don't know, because right now, bye-bye, $2 win. We send it to the moon. There goes Apple. Look, you want to trade the little flyers there. INO, my #1 stock. You want to trade the big stocks. Apple, bang that out. You want Kitov. Got Kitov on for you earlier. You want CCL. How about this trade right now? Everything's on. Oh, you like trading Hertz? Okay, what about this short? 126 and all the way down to the moon. So there we go. The only mistake. Oh, you want to get a stock an hour before the market even opens? How about Peloton 55? So here we go, guys. It's been a great day. Hope you're enjoying it. It's golf later on. It's going to be a good day. Let's just hope the rain holds out and we can play that round, and then we'll be back tomorrow. So it'll be a fun day. Still only 10:35. Check us out after the show, guys. We do have to talk about that coming up right now. Not right now, but after the show, we'll be dropping in at 11:50. So for 10 minutes to go. ETFs. Ugh, that picture. Okay. ETFs. We're pointing to ETFs. There it is, like there. Little Usain Bolt action. If you don't understand ETFs, you want to know how to use them trading, we've got that covered. Check us out soon. And not only that, but check us out on our Market Wisdom page. We have tons of everything. All the guest traders that we have on always tell us how much they love that page. If you're a new trader, old trader, or just looking to understand some of the basic terminologies, check it out. as we just continue to raise the trophy. What up, Brandon?
A little Brazilian connection here, guys. A little Brazilian tech stock here. PAGS up 1.75%. Just popped up on a volume scanner. Interesting level here above yesterday's high. Came into play a couple of times already. 36.55. They had some positive news just out. PAGS. Yeah, hit subscribe, guys. We do this every single day that the market is open. Please join us, won't you?
100%, and we don't stop here. We also are always looking for new names to trade, guys. I know we haven't touched INO. We did tell you that 750 level. Look, when I have on 5-6 shorts or 8 or 9 positions off of the open, sometimes you're gonna miss out on a trade from here and there. But we said 750 since yesterday. We did say when 750 broke, look for a short. 750 broke. And of course, NEO is headed to the downside. Oh, look, we're going to be heavily involved in a lot of trades here, but this is certainly one that was on the board and one that we've talked about for a couple of days now, and a good reason why you should always make sure you tune in at 9 o'clock. We do have the watch list. We go through all those names and some of the levels that we are going to be looking at here. I'm going to quickly throw the position board up for you so you can see what I actually do have on right now. We're still long Peloton over $1 in the money at 54.93. Short Hertz at 127. That's at 114. Love to see penny stock status today. Kitov, we're still short at 115. That's coming back upside, so I might reload in the teens if we can. High teens, that is. Luckin, short 297. That was the reload in front of 3. It just broke 270. I want to see if it gets down to 250. We'll take some more off there. And of course, we have TBIO. That's only 50 cents in the money. I'm short here at 23.94 in TBIO. It's tried to bounce a couple of times off of 23, this little bottom here, so I've been reluctant to take off 70, 80 cents when I'm looking for $1.50 on that play. But you're seeing this basis of consolidation. I'm probably going to have to now consider sliding my stop to break even. This is a strong bottom it's trying to make here. I don't want to turn a winning trade into a loser, so it either breaks $1 and gives me over $1, or it's break even on the second half here in TBIO. Either way, we'll be positive on the stock. Brendan, what do you got?
I've seen this one a couple of times this morning. Myovent, guys, MYOV up 11.3%. They had positive trial data on an endometriosis, that's a mouthful, treatment that they're working on. 11.5% though to the upside. Broke 19 early on and has been holding above that. Bit of a slow grind to the upside for MYOV, but worth a look, guys.
All right, all right. We're waiting also here. CCL, we just took some out again in the low 30s. It seems to want to have a problem there. So we are short 40 right now. So we took some out. This was the same spot that we got burned on before. Had to get out here before hitting it to the upside. But CCL back into the green for us, obviously, here as we take this nice short. But look, it's kind of retracing back upside there. So watch out if you are short CCL. Futures want to get going here. This is another $2. Well, we've already talked about this. Apple's $2 in the money. I'm giving it back to here, 365.80. We get into this area and snap it back down. We will get out maybe around here, 365.67. If not, we're going to let this one continue to run. The biggest trade on here today, $2 in the money on that name, Apple, right now. INO, we're hovering around. We only have 10% left. We're going to give it to 1740 if it does break. We'll see if it wants to go for another run to the upside. The only losing trade really today, ACB. It was small here. Brendan gave it the update there that it was about short interest. We didn't like it, so then we got out there. That was a quick 20-cent loser there. We tried it again, battling around this area. Once it broke, and this is what we were talking about before, we were going to try to see if it wanted to hold 1450, this little area. You can see it did not. So ACB, hopefully you guys took some profits on that, especially if you're a bag holder of crypto names. ACB, nice little move up today. Should have got some out there at 15 if you had a chance. Apple right now just keeps on ripping to the north side. Wowzers, highs of the day, $2.25 win. You know what? It's almost about that time, guys. It's almost fruit salad time the way it's been going today. Fruit salad's going to make an early appearance, guys. Guaranteed today. Let's just keep this train rolling.
100%, and let's keep the train rolling by looking for a couple of other trades here. Everything's sort of in the money and working for you. It gives you some time to see what can't be added to your playlist. I am looking at 17 even, holding at least temporarily on Virgin Galactic. It's come in sort of rather heavily after a 1770 break in the morning. It bounced one time after a 17 break. It's trying to bounce off of it again. My initial thought is try a breakout trade if it takes out about 1735. Run that into this little level here at 1760. Otherwise, If it retakes the bottom, we'll just jump in the direction of the trend, and that'll be south side on Virgin Galactic. So a couple of ideas for you there. Stop, you can call it a bracket, but it's a pretty big bracket. 1730 to 1735 bracket, long break. Take out that bottom in Virgin at 1680, and you want to go short. Not really a bracket order, but a couple of ideas here. Inside the range, not going to touch it here in Virgin. I don't want to trade inside of a made range at about 1040. You're looking for the break and some actual movement at this time of day. So we're in the money. We've had a good morning. You don't want to just hastily throw it away. Make sure you have a good idea on. And one of those has been to short in IDEX. I am now looking to get back into this party. I got out when it broke 3 even. I think it's maybe not the best out in the world. I thought if it broke 3, we'd have a shot to get back in front of 3/4. You heard me say it. Didn't get there. It literally went about 5-6 cents. And then turn right around on a dime once again. So IDEX remains under pressure. If it does get to 320, I will short it. But now I'm looking for a 280 break on IDEX for my next entry.
Yeah, I got you there, Jarhead. Pokeroo. Yeah, what up to that as well. Look at this. Like, we did it again, and I mean, I don't know what else to say. We don't have a CCL logo, but we'll just do a Sean logo and hit the swish again. We take 44s there, short on that move up, and then look where we get out, 35s. So nice, or 36s, I guess. Yeah, 36. So a nice little quick scalp there as we remain net short on CCL. Not giving this one too much room. If we get back up here, 54, 55, we'll dump it. But look at that, a nice little quick scalp as we just continue to rock and roll. If you're on us, let's just put up the position board quickly here for you. It's been the same kind of names for a little bit here. INO's a 40-cent winner, but that one's been Airhorn. We've crushed that stock here. As I say, Kitov coming back up. I'm going to look for a long on that. Hertz right now, 10 cents in the money. CCL is flat, but we've already rang the register on that one, so let's catapult ourselves through the roof on that. And Apple's a $2.20 winner right now. That's probably the biggest trade for the day here. So CCL coming back down. Let's see, we did reload, so we'll see if we get even lower here and hope that we do as these futures come crashing down. Let's go CCL, hoping for a futures crash. I see Brendan at the board. Is it Money Talks time already? It is not. It is Sector Watch. Let's see what sectors we've missed. Probably the financials. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll give you a little different look on the sector watch today. S&P overall in positive territory. We'll go up to the top here, 0.74 and change on the percent for the S&P to the upside. A little bit of a different look as far as the sectors. I'll flip over to this side and we'll run through how each one is doing. Basic materials, 0.9% leading the way. Tech stocks right there, though, 0.87%. Also in positive territory. You can see top to bottom here, only one in the red. That is the utilities group, 0.17% to the downside for utility stocks. Yeah, where's the banks? Banks are dead center today, 0.76% in positive territory for the financials today. Healthcare stocks, 0.8%. Consumer cyclicals, 0.86%. We have the staples down here, 0.73%. Energy stocks in positive territory. Very nice day overall. Wanted to mention this one down here. Individual names as far as top performers go. Mohawk Industries, going to have a look at this one. Up significantly, 10.5%. Decently priced stock, almost $102 there. Cisco, H&R Block, Freeport, all in positive territory. Decent moves here, 3+% to the upside for all of those. If I flip over to this side real quick, just wanted to touch on a relative performance base between the individual groups within the S&P. So NASDAQ Composite versus the NASDAQ 100. You can see overall the composite is higher. S&Ps there as well. About the same, 0.86, 0.85% for both. You can see the Russells down there, the small cap, mid caps as well in positive territory so far. 21 points to the upside there, 0.69%. And then you have all the Dow constituents at the bottom here, about 0.5% as well in positive territory. So overall, we're doing quite nicely, 0.71% to the upside, guys. A little bit of a different look for the sector watch today. Back over to you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much there, Brendan. I want to quickly review. A couple of positions have come out for me, trailed out. I went to the bathroom, put a trailing stop on Peloton, so I actually ended up getting out there. It's going to be a good trade. I am looking for a re-entry point at some point, but when it failed to hold 56, I said I would get out if you're playing the trend. It tried to consolidate at the top. Where you're trying to get a breakout trade and get a bigger run, there you have to have some kind of a stop to make sure you don't throw away all of your profit. You did see that consolidation. It couldn't hold at 56, so I get out. The last little bit will be a dollar winner. So a couple of dollar wins here. I think there was an opportunity for more there, but If we can hold VWAP, look out for a secondary break maybe later on in the day. That'd be about 55.25 if that can hold. I can also tell you that Luckin, we got out of that one, is it just broke 260. Sort of a boring trade, so I won't get into it too much because Kitov is moving back to the upside on us here. And as much as I wanted to be in penny stock status, I did get some out here at that low at 104. So that's a great trade to get you that 10% return you're looking for in the short. But you know me, I'm reloading here in front of a $1.20. The 123 was the pre-market high. I'm going to use the 120, even see a bit of a seller there. Also a seller at a $1.25. Watch out though, if this can ever take out that high of day at 135, it never traveled that far. It made a base at a buck. Sometimes you'll see these may have a run in the afternoon, so I would look out for that break at a $1.35 if it does come in. I'm shorting it to that 120 mark and then getting away from that trade until a 135 break.
Yeah, okay, guys, we just took some CCLs out at 30, so yeah, as it goes, it's just chilling right now. I mean, we're waiting. Oh, Apple, we did get out there on that break. We did talk about if it got back into this bunched up area. So we do give up like 70 cents on the high side, but Apple right now, big bang winner there, so we'll floss Apple off, and then we'll wait to see what's happening. I actually prefer this market to keep crashing because right now, my biggest position on happens to be CCL, so we'll wait to see. I still think we can break through this level. Oh, we did get as low as 28 there. Okay, my bid was 27, but we did take 30s on the way back up. So now CCL coming back to the upside here. I don't know how much more downside this name has today, but we're still positive on the name. So that makes me think a lot more downside. So let's wait to see how far this one wants to come down. We've talked about AAL. I have yet to get into that one, so we'll move on. I'm long Spotify a lot in my own trading account, so really happy to see this one. We took like a $10 or $12 winner on that Kim Kardashian news. Also, they have Joe Rogan on board now as well. Look at this one, trying to break through 250. What a monster. I think I'm going to cash out some of this name. Look at the run that Spotify's been on, guys. I'm also going to check back in on my Square as well. That's running like crazy. Look at this, 250. I'll put this up so you can see a little bit better. The bottom here, 110. Okay, straight upside. It needed to get some juice behind it, and juice it did. Spotify to the moon, Brendan. I'm sure you're seeing this one, bud.
Yeah, another one to the moon here today. 24% for Plug Power, clean energy name here, moving higher, guys. $6 up to $7 now for Plug Power. They updated some corporate restructuring and provided an update on business overall this morning that was positive for investors. So nice look here, 25% for Plug, guys.
Yeah, big time movement on that name. Watch out because I do see on Plug, the volume is sort of teetering to the downside here, but a 7 even break is sort of in the cards. Anytime you see a run here, you don't want to discount a secondary move to the upside. I'd like to see the volume be a little bit higher going into this time of day, but I still like a 7 even break to take a shot here. 1660, check that. If it does get below that price, we'd be looking for some shorts on Plug, but nowhere near that right now, so the only thing going to be on board is 7 even, about 150,000 shares that I do see on the level 2 just on NASDAQ, so check that. Over 200,000 shares on that offer. Lots of liquidity, lots of volume done. Let's look for that break, but I'll probably scalp most of it out at 7 even, given how low the volume is in the last couple of minutes here as it slows down going into 11 o'clock.
Okay, we are looking here as well at CCL. We're averaging in again here at 40. I'm not going to let this thing break 50. So we did try before, but now look at all these are just short. Let's see if we can't get some out again in the mid 30s backside. But I mean, I still think we could break lower, but watch out for these futures as they continue to tell the story here for CCL. You see this drop there? That's coinciding with this futures drop as well. So we'll wait to see what happens now to CCL. I'm going to put some more bids in the mid 30s. Our average price is 40, as you can see, just short. We did take our biggest position right here at 38. So that's why when we keep getting averaged in here, we go back upside now 40. Here it comes right back to the downside. So we're not going to cheer yet, but I'll put it in the chat there. We'll put a cheer out. Let's see if we get 36s, 37s. Looks like we did. A nice little 5-penny scalp once again. So yeah, market's been good so far today. Let's see what's happening in the currency, crypto world. I can see it's not much. Let's throw it over to Brendan at the big board.
Yeah, pretty muted once again. Let's jump into currency land here and see how things are shaping up. We had that PMI data this morning at 9:45, some housing data out in the U.S. as well. Both actually pretty good, but U.S. dollar weakness continuing for the third session in a row here, going back to last Friday. The euro back to the upside again today, 0.65%. 113.3 now for the euro. The Canadian dollar back above 74 cents, 74.01, just back into positive territory. Did actually dip into negative territory at one point this morning. We have the British pound back to the upside as well. Finally, back above 125. Just wanted to mention 125 over here. We were talking about that a couple of times last week. Significant level of support. We're kind of back into this range now after that spike lower yesterday down to 123.5, but a huge move back up 125 now for the British pound. We have both the Japanese yen and Swiss franc in negative territory. Typically happens when volatility comes off as far as equities are concerned. Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar both higher on the day. Yeah, there's cryptos pretty flat, both Bitcoin and Ethereum not doing a heck of a lot so far. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe if you're joining us for the first time. Come back and join us again. Every single day the market is open. Back over to Neil.
Yeah, you better believe it. We're always going to be here. We love what we do. A new position put on. It's one from the morning. I had a short through 14 in the pre-market on American Airlines. We're able to sort of get out right at that little bottom. I did reload that second trade in the pre-market. Not as good as the first one. It stopped out at about 14.10. Now that we're back below that magical $14 price that we're looking at 9 o'clock, we're going to jump back into the short. I'm giving this one to that quarter high. It's going to have to take this out 14.25. So I'm going to start small here, see if we can't work and hold into another American short. I was looking to see if this one would have a bigger flush in it, as some of you guys were talking about us with us on the chart on the chat there. Kevin and I mentioning that 14 level. There just wasn't a heck of a lot on the daily till you got about to the mid 12 range. So I want to be net short if it can't take out some of these highs. Firmly looking at that 14.25 as a level. 92s is my starting price. I'll add to it in and around VWAP here if we can get a bigger position. But I want to get us back to Kitov. I did mention I was going to reload because I can't stay away from this one. We reloaded a few times here in front of that 120 mark. It does hold. Once it dips back below this 112, we'll start getting out some shares again. I did take some at 13. I will have some orders on the way down. The fact that it turned around at 104 last time, I'm not anticipating that we're going to be fortunate enough to have this turn into a penny stock again. But if it does, I will try to have some on board here. So 117 short. Again, this is the third time we're short around this price. It's worked a couple of times for us. No reason to think we can't use this level one more time, but we're going to take profits off a little bit more aggressively when it's close to 11 o'clock. It's that time of day. We don't necessarily sit there and hope for the home runs. And the third time you test a level, I would not anticipate it being the best time. More people are seeing it. More people are involved. Take that profit when you get it, the 5, 10, 15 cent wins on Kitov all day long, guys.
Yeah, Kitov's been a very, very good trade for us today, and we'll just keep going with it. ACB here. I know Neil just talked about some key levels on Kitov, so we'll leave that alone. ACB 1470 right here to the top side. We may take that if it does break. ACB's not really been fantastic for us, but as I just went, you see here another... Come on, mouse. You see here another dip. Or I guess it's not a dip buy because we're short here, and then a bunch of covers here. This is actually looking pretty sweet. If you're joining us for the first time, I did want to tell you that anytime you see purple here, like you do on our screens, those are all shorts, right? Any purple arrow, let me see if I can make this bigger. Any purple arrow, I'll zoom in a bit, is a short sell, and then any red is a sell. So what you notice up here is, see, this is me going long, and then these are all sells, so out of my long, and then eventually get out of the last bit there. Then we start shorting, and all of these purples are shorts. So there you go. That's what CCL looks like there for me. Short, 1740, 1750, and then out. We are waiting for an ultimate bottom, but just to give you guys a rough idea, we always get questions on the chat. What did, or what does the ticks mean? And that's what it is. We do have some keys for that stuff on here. Maybe if I can find them, I can hit it. Here we go. Short sell arrow. There it goes. So a little explanation on the bottom if you're not following along. There it is, a little visual for you. So CCL, that's what it looks like, and that's what those down ticks mean. And here we go, baby. Let's just keep going short side on CCL. We're just running up our nets. No LFT, and what that means on this side is we're at the highest spot of the day for myself. Positions pending. We have Hertz short, 10 cents in the money, and CCL's 5 cents in the money right now, and I&O is 40 cents in the money. We can put up our board before I throw it back to Neil, just to give you guys a quick update, even though I just did talk about it. Here we go. CCL, there it is, 17.40, so 4 cents in the money right now. Hertz is 10 and change, and then I&O is 40. So that's the board right there for you. Only 3 positions. We'll be looking to add. You know what? I have to look at Starbucks because we did talk about that with the Impossible Burger. So let's have a quick look at that when we get back, guys.
And AAL, I just added to my position below VWAP. It didn't give me the pop through 14 that we thought maybe it would test. I'm still looking to do that. We're giving it to 14.25. So this is a trade that I'm willing to add at 14.05, 14.10. But for now, as it slides to the downside, I'm going to average in some more shares. I am trying to build something here in front of 14.25 to see if we can't flush in the afternoon. Someone just asked, is it too late to short Hertz? I mean, it's going to be hard for me to say anything, but it's never too late to short Hertz. What are we talking about here? I've only made the one trade when it tried to pop off the open, and I actually still have an order trying to add to that position that we never got up in that 129. So it's still just a 127 short that I'm holding. I did get out some at the low here at 112. 111 is the actual low of day. But hey, there's a bit of a seller here in this range as it's trying to hold a 1 penny range. If it breaks down 115, maybe you get back into the short that way. Otherwise, you can maybe wait for it to pop back up, if it can, into the low 20s. If it goes there, I'll be jumping back into some shares to the short side, much like the last, I can't say how many, is it like 5, 6, 7, 10 days? Who knows? Try to be short Hertz as often as I can. I don't think it's ever too late until it's a penny stock again.
Yes, sir. I mean, look, I've just been the one-hit wonder there on Hertz. We'll wait to see. Big short here in the pre-market, 9.02. Anybody could have had this price because it goes against me about 3 pennies and then goes against us as it opens up here at 9.30. And then since the open, just faded back in. And I mean, we don't even have to show you the day chart, but a lot of you guys know that. Hertz declares bankruptcy, opens back up, prints down as 55 cents. Uncle Carl gets out at 72 or 73 before ripping back up to 6. What up, Robinhood? And now it's come all the way back down. So thank you for those trades, traders out there. It's been a good one. Let's wait to see now as CCL. We're right back in our kill zone, guys, to be honest with you. These are the mid-30s. We've just been hammering this stock short, short, short. I just tweeted that out. If you're joining me now for the first time, check it out here on some of my tweets as we go. The best one today for all of you guys would have been this morning when we talked about Peloton breaking 55. That one going to be on watch here as well. Yesterday, we gave a bunch of trades to you early. You could see U1 there. Yesterday, Fastly was a great buy down here. Follow me on Twitter. U1 was a great short yesterday. Oh, yeah. And then I had to organize my bar yesterday, so that was fun. Shout out to the wife there, helping me clean some of this out as we go. But Square, some behind the scenes. And this is a good one, too. We talked about this yesterday. The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself, right? So Warren Buffett, keep trying, guys. No matter your style, I did answer that question today on the chat as well. No matter your style, keep it going, guys, and keep learning, because look what's happening right now. This is what we're talking about, guys. I got to put an order out so I get filled, but look at this. CCL, bang, bang, bang. This is called believing in your trades. Look at yourself in the mirror. If you like a trade, take it. Put some shares on, take it. And here we go. I'm bidding 27s. We'll see if we get out. Come on, 27s in the building. Bang it out right there. It smokes 27s, reverses up to 29. But guess what? Your boy grabs that. Nice little 15-cent win. Cowbell that to the moon. Let's go CCL, guys.
Yeah, and you talk about liking the trades. This is what it's all about here, guys. At this time of day, you should be playing the setups that you are most confident with. That's going to serve you really, really well around lunchtime. We call it the HFT hour, whatever you want to call it, about 11 o'clock till maybe 2 in the afternoon. You know, things start to slow down and are controlled a little bit more by the algos. So you want to make sure you're digging in with good levels, good stocks that are still in play, still doing good volume. Key top's been one of those for me. So it's my third short here. I am taking profits, like I mentioned, out in front of that 110. I'm still looking for a break down towards 1 even. We've been able to get out most times in the low 1 range and 105, whatever it might be for that 10% return. I still think it might have it in it, but we got to make sure we take that profit. AAL for me is still basically flat, but we are short. Someone just asked in the chat, Are we long or short? I've been short this a couple of times. Pre-market trade was the best one, but now that we're back below that 14 that I was looking at in the pre-market, I'm going to see if we can't hold this level and the quarter above it for what will be hopefully a longer term short. I want to try to see if we can't hold this one throughout the afternoon. If 1425 doesn't break, then I will be short this name for the rest of the day likely. But it is 11, and that means it's time for our European update. Let's go to Valeria.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe is in a positive territory today following the US markets. Germany is leading up 2.34%. England is up 1.18%. France is up 1.49%. And Spain is up 1.29%, while Italy is up 1.58%. Well guys, Wirecard is up 27% today after the continuous falling. That's all with the Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
At least your Wirecard is up. I don't know. Everyone knows Wirecard losing $2 billion because, but apparently they didn't lose it because it never existed. I want to get us to one other name here, BRN. I have been watching this one. I was looking for an opportunity to short it in the pre-market. It made a huge move off the open, failing to break $2. Well, it broke $2, but then failing to hold above $2. Now that it's coming back in, you're seeing a very, very tight range. This can give you a breakout trade in the afternoon. So call it a 160 break upside, a 145 break downside, sort of a bracket type of idea. You're seeing it do absolutely nothing inside here, but the volume hold up at 31 million. So when I see that, the last couple of weeks, you've seen these stocks sometimes extend into the afternoon, make a secondary move, get over that 100 million in shares volume. So I want to see if we can keep this one on the radar. 160 break for me on BRN. That's on the NYSE ARCA market, formerly the Amex market there, guys, not the NASDAQ or New York.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I just seen a question there. We're trading the equity, the stock, right? Not options. So those of you guys asking, I saw someone there. Was it Barry? No, Nick. It was Nick. Yeah, we're not trading options. We are trading the equity. And there it is. Another win there. Another floss off. Oh, yeah, floss off. Here's the shirt, guys. Floss off time there to hit the money, explode it everywhere as we go. AAL, look at this, guys. Bang, bang. Not AAL, sorry. CCL. This is AAL up here right now. But CCL, bang, 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 bang. All the way down. This is what we call believing in your trades. So you got to be able to take profit when it's there. And I think we've done an absolutely fantastic job today on CCL as it goes. Check back on Apple quickly. Good out here. Maybe time to get long. I'm going to check out Softy when we get back from Brendan.
Sean, you mentioned it earlier, and it didn't seem like that was the case. We were talking about Aurora halted for news pending here, guys, but the news that was out earlier, again, on the short interest side, but it didn't feel like that because the entire group was moving higher. But yeah, U.S. listed shares of Aurora Cannabis halted, guys, for news pending.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I mean. When I was looking at this stock, obviously, I traded the U.S. name. We could trade in Canada as well, but here it is halted. Good thing we did get out. I don't know. We'll see what the news is. So we'll pay attention to when Brendan comes. We do have a cool graphic for that. Where is it? Here it is. So we'll wait to see here what happens when this comes back in, and then we'll see if we can't spark one to the long side maybe if it does break through 1461 on the upside. Did we break the feed there? No, there it goes. Comes back. My feed stopped. So this is what a halted stock symbol looks like on our board. So we're right, man. Good thing we hit Aurora early to bring it to our attention. It's been a losing stock. One of the only losing stocks we have, pretty much the only losing stock we have on today is ACB after this long fail. Good thing we got out. Let's wait back for Brendan to hit us with that news, guys.
Yeah, position pending for me on AAL because I do have that short and I'm giving it a little bit of room here, guys. So that could always turn into a loser on a 1430. And I said 1425, 1430. If you looked at that chart, that was the wick to the upside. Virgin Galactic, still the same thing. I did mention what I'm trying to do here on Virgin, which if it takes out the low 1680, I am looking to go short on a break of that price. It has not happened. It did test it a second time. So you're now looking at a double bottom on Virgin here. And I think that might give you the breakout trade to the upside, but I'm looking at the break past VWAP at 1730. So I still have that sort of wide bracket idea going on in space. But do keep in mind, guys, we trade primarily equities. Well, every now and then we'll talk about the futures, mostly with Arun, but coming up a little bit later on, just about 45 minutes there as I see, Valeria's going to be dropping the link to one of our education videos. It's going to be on ETFs. whether you want to trade them, whether you want to invest in them, whether you want to use them as indicators. We're going to be talking about, well, we did talk about all of that. We are dropping the video today, so make sure you tune in for that. It should be a good one on our Market Wisdom channel. So you always want to tune in for those. Drop us some comments. Let us know what you think of them. You can always tweet at us, drop comments here in the chat as to what you think can be improved, what topics you want us to cover. We always try to service you guys and get you guys what you want. So that's going to be the idea here on Virgin. I will quickly let you guys know what we're working with on the position board. Just 3 shorts, looking at that break long, hopefully at some point on Virgin Galactic. I'm still short AAL at 13.90. Hertz, we're still shorted at $1.27. And then Kita, still short at 118. I wanted those two to be penny stocks at some point today. And I'm now looking at IDEX, which I guess somebody wants to buy it because we're back up towards that 325 mark that we're looking for earlier on in the session. This is where our big short came in here at 316. It couldn't get past 325. Let's see if we can't jump in here again. This is what I've been waiting for pretty much all morning long. If 325 breaks, I'll get out, but I'm actually not going to go long. So we're going to stick to the short side here on IEX. I don't like shorting these things after they get an offering in. Yes, it looks like a breakout through 25, but you won't see me doing that. Not a bad trade if you want to scalp it, I suppose, but I'm shorting this one in front of 25. That's my stop.
I won't yell again because some people don't want to get their ears blasted off, so we'll just drop the falling money. Look at CCL, guys. Again, some of the best trades here. CCL on the short side, bang, bang, bang. Just took some out there, 22s. This has been a monster short, probably the best stock here today. It's been not really a roller coaster. It's just kind of been straight side down. We only have 1 loss on this, and that was early on that short, but we did not take many shares. We wait for CCL to give us the trade, and then we absolutely hammer it. So only 1 red stock for me today. Apple's been strong. CCL, Hertz, you already know about that story. We've crushed that. INO has been an absolute destruction of a stock for me. The best stock here, I think, between both of us net-wise, INO, and then the next best stock has been Peloton. You've seen what that's been having to the upside there. I'm really proud of that trade because, again, we did talk about that pre-market, and we put our money where our mouth was and took those shares. So Peloton, nice little win there for us. Good trade on that side. Hertz, look at our outs on Hertz down here. I mean, we can keep talking about it, but you know what, guys? Oh, darn it, even my back button doesn't work on this thing. But we'll wait to see because very, very soon, guys, it is almost this time. It's going to be fruit salad time pretty soon. Today's fruit salad, I know I think there's music still playing. Today's fruit salad sponsored by Kiwi. Anybody, if you like Kiwi, guys, this is for you. Fruit salad today. Kiwi and actually some nice little strawberries in there. Brendan, I know you're a fan of the berries. Which is your favorite?
I'm going to go kiwi. Yeah, a huge fan of kiwis. 'Tis the season, I guess. They're all over the place right now in stores. Very, very good this year as well. Guys, everyone's favorite Russian company, Yandex, to the upside today. Huge volume spike just came in there on Yandex as we broke above $49. Going to check on this one. Having some technical issues today, but bear with us. Going to check on this one, guys. Yandex moving higher.
And just got that break on BRN. Someone was asking for some long trades. We looked at that one and talked about a bracket on order on that. 160 break to the upside. I was also looking at a 145 break down. That can serve as your stop if you want. First leg out will be if it can touch around VWAP here. Let's see if we can't get some out in the 170 range. You have to look at the fact that it failed to break 2 even and hold above. It then made a test at 185 and then couldn't hold that price. So it is sliding to the downside. That's why on a break like this, you got to be willing to take some out in front of VWAP there, and you're not holding through the this low of day. I'm not talking about the pre-market low. I'm talking about the low since the open, and that's at 145. So my stop is going nowhere. I still am going short if it ever breaks 145. But we just grabbed that long in BRN over on the Amex in the money already for us. But looking for another long, of course, that was in Virgin Galactic if it ever takes out that 1730 mark to the upside.
Yeah, I got the orders in, so I'll just tell you guys what we have in right now. As you can see, it's Stone Cold Chill time. We will pound back a little kiwi for you guys. Nice little kiwi here today, actually, tasting really great. Brendan's right; they hit that out of the park today on the kiwi farm. So. Good job, Kiwi farmers. Okay, as we go here, Microsoft, we're going to take it if it breaks through. What is this price? 202.50. That's an order that we'd take, and we like that one to the long side for sure. 202 and change. 202.50, sorry, on that one. SPCE, I know Neil's been talking about it, but we're going to take that as well. through 1725-ish up here. No problem on that trade. The other trade we like alongside is American. We'll take that on a 14 break. A lot of consolidation here. This is a perfect setup for me. Love this long. And of course, this is why we're chilling, guys. I love CCL. It's really the only positions I have on right now. CCL to the short side. We have CCL short and we have Hertz. We can put it up. Let's put our board up right now just to see, put an update, and we'll start it off. Come on, board. There it is. Only two positions, guys. CCL short, 14 pennies in the money with a lot of shares. And then Hertz right now, exactly another 8 penny winner. But we've already banged that out for you guys in the teens. I think it was 112 was our best out where the players dwell.
I love the 112 reference. Obviously, like a fantastic group, but it probably does date us a little bit, because if you guys don't know who that is, do check them out. Pretty good R&B group there. KTOV has been the name that I sort of gravitate back towards. It's been a winner a couple of times for us. Now we have our third short, shorting each pop into the teens and just taking profit out as it's back towards that penny stock status. Keep in mind, 77-cent stock at the close yesterday that failed to get through 135 on a gap up here. So look, I'm going to continue to take some profit off there. I just got some more shares out at 108. We do have a 117, so check that 118 half short on right now. So when you get into that 10% range, I think it's a good place to take some off, especially given the fact $1 is a psychological level, but it has held several times. It held in the pre-market on a flush. It held off the open twice at 10 o'clock and then again at 10:35. So you want to make sure you're making that money when you can. That's what we're going to do here out in front of that $1 mark with the Kitov short. So I'm net short, and I will stay that course as long as we're under 120, but make sure you're taking that profit off like we're doing. Brendan, what do you got?
One from the cloud space, guys. KC on the NASDAQ. KC Cloud Holdings, 11.8%. Nice little volume spike here as we broke to day highs there above that wick, which was 29.80. So nice look for KC on the NASDAQ, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe. Back to you.
Just give you guys an update. We did get some out there at 32. It looked like the futures were trying to break higher there. So I'm not wanting to hold CCL as we break higher. So unfortunately, we took some 30s and then some 32s there on the out. So that's still a 12 penny winner. So I mean, whatever, we'll hit that and we'll say thank you for that trade right there. So CCL is still going to the downside now as we go. But so we're light. I just took out half of what we had left on CCL. The best out there, 1720. Check out this out on Hertz as we talked about that down here. 12s, 13. So look, man, it's been a big day for us today. Needless to say, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe right now. I'm not sure if this is going to be happening, but our production team built this. I'm going to hit it anyways. There's a B, and then he falls. So we're supposed to say market B falling. So let me know if you like that one. That's a good one. Or
the market might not be falling right now, but I'll tell you right now, guys, our good friend IDEX is falling. It's coming back down to that $3 range, and we keep saying stick to what is working. We waited for a 325 level. I said this was where I would get back in. We only took it here at 9:30 when it popped up. We took it again when it just popped up now. So patience is a virtue. I will take some out in front of VWAP because that was a battle at $3 in VWAP. So why not take off a 10, 15 cent win if it's there for you? I'm short 320s. I will get most of it out in front of 3 even, but I want to make sure I'm still exposed to that short. As long as IDEX is below 325, I think it's worthwhile to hang on to this one to the downside. We got a question from Wylan. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Where can I invest in the company that supplies Neil's shirt variety? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have that many shirts, and it's wherever my wife buys them from. Half the stuff, she just says, that'll look nice on you. Let's see if we can't get that. And we did have, I'm going to throw everyone under the bus here. We had some show shirts that we had on to see if we could have some good looks there. This isn't one of them, but I don't think I have that much variety. It's pretty plain Jane over here. I mean, Brendan's the one that looks pretty dapper every single day, in my opinion.
Neil's shirt game on point there. I enjoy Neil's shirts as well. Let's have a look at some news here, guys. Just hitting ACB. Looks like they're going to take a $140 million charge. It looks like on Q2. So yeah, Q2 $140 million charge. They're going to consolidate a bunch of their manufacturing sites. Yeah, so a whole news release just coming out here, guys, for ACB. I'll get the highlights and come back.
That's good. I like that news. So we're going to wait to see on ACB. But look what B falling again, guys. CCL. Ciao just keeps going down. Now another 15 penny winner as we go. And yeah, don't worry, guys. We will not stop with the energy here. I know you guys like that, so I can't even imagine stopping. So we'll wait to see. Wow, look at Fastly, guys. We had this yesterday. FLSY, $81. Okay, this would have been a nice little buy the dip. We hit this yesterday, and we hit this hard. This was a big stock for us yesterday. Unfortunately, ignored today. Wah, wah. I'm not really sure why. I just didn't notice Fastly today. Up 10+%. This name just keeps on running. It may have seen its high, though. We'll wait to see to the downside. $80.50. It could break lower. I don't want to try a short, but this isn't horrible. If you're long, I'd get out. Not a bad shorting opportunity here. 80.50 on Fastly, guys.
And just taking some more shares out of IDX, make sure you take that profit in front of VWAP there. I do want to get to one name that I've sorely neglected since a breakout long trade, and that was Genius Brands. We did talk about a short through 280. But look at it hold out this mid-260s range. This was the pullback price that we never really got. So another break looking like it could be in the cards here. 285 any second now on Genius Brands. If it makes another run at 3, I still have a stop to break 3 long if we ever get it on Genius Brands. But every trade long is a scalp for me. I'm not holding on to it very, very long here, as you can see on the original break. Watch at 285. Maybe you run that into the high of the day. But 3 even would be the big one. Even if it comes in the afternoon, I would certainly be taking that through a 3 even break. Despite the fact 298 is a high, just run it to that even dollar. That's where the stops are going to be, guys. You got to make sure you're thinking like other traders, and they just like those round numbers. You got to be honest about that. That's just how it goes sometimes. I want to get us back to that BRN.AM. This is one on the Amex. I get greedy. I don't get this out here in front of that VWAP. I did have an order. Now it wants to test these lows. Support at 150, stop to go short at 145. We can add one time in front of 150. My long is out at 150. My short wouldn't start until 145 break. So a couple of orders there. I'm not going to go out of my long at the same price I'm going short. If it does fade here and break 150, I'm willing to sort of wait it out to get that actual break of the low of day to jump into the short time trade. I don't like reversing too quickly at lunchtime. A lot of times it's a bit of a fake out for you there. That's why 150 is the out in the long and 145 is a short on BRN over in the Amex.
Guys, we just took out Microsoft right now. I was wondering why I was consolidating so much. Apologize for this wick down. It's going to be a problem on the chart, but we are now long right here. Good shares, 202.40. So Microsoft, we were waiting for it to break. You guys know we love Mr. Softy, so let's see what kind of a roller coaster this one wants to give us here today. You know, I'd hate to say this, but if it does go down 201.75, 201.76, let's just see here. Futures breaking, Microsoft at all-time highs. I can't believe it's at 202 and change. I've loved this name for a damn long time. It was like in the 30s forever, and now it's up huge. Satya Nadella, my favorite CEO. So we'll go upside now with Microsoft and just let this thing run. Having a problem breaking through. There we go. We take some out at 50 right there. So for a quick 10-cent win, that's nothing. We just want to make sure we got some in case 50 does return back. But now we'll wait for upside. We've got this one. Let's see what kind of a banger Microsoft turns out to be today. 202.50 just bounces off, but we did get some out. We are now long. Biggest position right now on for me is this Microsoft. We only have that in Hertz. Oh yeah, by the way, I got out of CCL right here at 29. Futures just keep going upside. I'm actually going to try to look long on something soon, guys.
I'm looking a little bit at NEO here, guys. It's trying to make a bounce off the top. Remember, 750 is going to be that key level. If it can hold that side to the, if it can hold that at least to the downside, could be a nice little short in front of VWAP. But watch out for potential breaks every time it runs to that 750 price. Brendan, what do you got for us?
Just an update here, guys, on this ACB story. So they're consolidating a bunch of their manufacturing facilities to kind of operate on a bit of a leaner budget as far as manufacturing goes. They've also eliminated some top-level executives. And they also said that they're still on track for positive EBITDA in Q1 of this year, fiscal Q1, guys.
All right, positive EBITDA, positive trade expectancies right here on Softy, as now we're at 57.58. So nice little 20-cent win right here for Softy. We just took some out at 57. That's 17 pennies. We'll continue to ride this upside here as my eyes are definitely focused on this one. Got to get rid of this little wick here at 10.48. Our software has the ability, you can actually go in here and edit out some of these wicks. So what did I say? 10.48. So you can go down here. These are just dark pool orders. So they do actually hit, right? But this low never happened. So watch this. 202.70. Let's just put it in there. And we hit bang, and there it goes. Got a nice little rehearsal there. Refresher, not rehearsal. What are we playing music? 202.40 is the long. There's the out there. Let's see if Microsoft can't get back to 202.90. That'd be pretty sweet, and that would rocket up my board. We're well dug into this trade. Let's just keep going, Softy.
And watch out for this plug. It tried to take out that 7 even. It goes maybe 2 cents, 3 cents, and then slams back to the downside. So it's been all upward trending for the time being. It does feel like a failed breakout has happened through 7. For me, that means jumping into a short idea in front of the high of day there on plug. I still think if it takes it a second time, sometimes the second break is better than the first. And in that case, I would reverse long. But I'm going to like plug here and see if we can't jump into a short in front of that 703 high of day. Reversal to the long. A target's just going to be first breaking this 678. Then we'll get out some on the way down to VWAP, guys. So you're looking at about a 20-30 cent profit on the majority of the shares there. And next level down would be about 650 if we can get it. There's also a big, look, your home run trade would be back to this sort of opening breakout price of 6.25. Not impossible, but Plug's been a strong name today. Just looking to take this short in front of that nice failed break at 7 even. So I have all shorts on except for BRN. I'll quickly throw the position board up so you can review. So we can review all of those. The new one is Plug. We just got it at 690. I also have American short at 1390, American Airlines, that is. Long BRN at 160. That's the one that's against us right now. 150 is my stop there. Hertz short 127. IDEX short 312. It's back at 312, sorry, at 322 there short. KTOV still short at 118, and just added that plug as you guys can all see there. But watch out, BRN now testing that low.
Yeah, exactly. We're just going on here, especially talking about plugs. Yeah, okay. Here we go, guys. As we go, 202.60 to the top side there. We do get out of some of our softy. It's just bouncing around 60 here. Yeah, talking about share size, you know, I use significantly more on these plays here, so we're going to get out 202.60. Nice little 20-cent win. We're waiting for the upside here. I'm out of almost half of this Microsoft, as it looks to have a little bit of a problem to go to the upside here as we go 202.60. I think if we break that 202.90 coming, I don't know, but we've already taken out half there, so a good little trade so far on Microsoft. All I have is Microsoft and Hertz. I got to give you guys a little bit of an update. I did get out of CCL. It did drop down here, so yeah, waiting for that one. Also waiting on AAL, although I see that's dropped a little bit now as well. I'm going to change my opinion on this 14. If you didn't get going on this kind of a move up here, then I don't know what you're doing. So AAL, we're going to cancel our stop order on that one. I do have an order to go long on NIO, so I know that's NIO. We call it NIO because of the symbol, but this one just dropping downside. I mean, you can try to see, bang, go Microsoft. Here we go. Look at that out, 75. Put it on the board, and yes, so we're falling down on some money here right there. I gave you Microsoft well before this move, 202.40. Hope you guys had that with me. Put it in the chat if you do. Your boy is here and your boy is lit. Let's go, Brendan. What's up, bud?
I was busy combing through this ACB news, guys, and missed this one. QD and QD, big pop there on huge volume. So 184 up to above $2 on big time buy volume for QD, guys.
Add that one to the list, guys. I'm still looking for that break in Virgin Galactic. It is holding that low of the day. So I still do have a short order to go at 1680 if it takes out that bottom. 1731 I am waiting for in the long, but the market is trying to pop to the upside. So I kind of feel like it could come into play rather soon, or sooner rather than later. As long as we hold that triple bottom now on Virgin Galactic. It has not participated in any of this bounce. Let's look to see if it can. I like 1730 long. If we do break that, we'd give our stop to this 1710-ish range you're seeing it hold right now. So tight range in Virgin Galactic. We're looking to see if it takes the bottom 1680 short. Still a 1730 bracket to the upside on that name. I want to get you guys back over to one other name here, Neo. It's trying to bounce a couple of times off this 7/4. It tried to get back up to that 750, and then that big flush just came in on volume. So again, retesting the lows. NIO showing a tremendous amount of weakness right now in this name. it looks like I might actually try it short if it breaks to 725. I wasn't looking at it before, but when I see that kind of a sell come in as it tries to grind up and the market's coming upside, I am now going to be looking for a short break on NEO at 725. Wasn't before, but I would take it now, seeing as that selling did accelerate just a few minutes ago. Brendan, what do you got?
ACB resuming, guys. Bottom of the hour here. This one says 8:30 Pacific time, but that is 11:30 our time. So ACB to resume in about 6 or 7 minutes, guys.
Good, good, good. I know you guys are seeing all the calls that I'm making here. Now you want to know opinions on all this. We're not negative. We're only negative on one stock today, and that's ACB. Apple. I mean, look at the numbers at the bottom. I know it's hard to tell, but I can see the profits flying through on the bottom there. If I had the position board, I'd show it up to you guys, but it's been an absolute monster. And look at Microsoft, guys. Once again, I mean, we just keep on crushing this one. So we'll put a wink on the board here again. Everything today. INO. I see some love on that name. Piton. Bang that one. That's still one of my biggest stocks. Microsoft. We just took this one live for you right here, and I'm going to tweet this out. If you want more and more of this, follow me on Twitter. We are at our not all-time highs. We are at our day's high right now on all of these names. We just keep on getting higher and higher here. Let's just keep going, man. 203. This is a 60-cent banger for you on Microsoft, and we talk about using big shares. That's what we do here. So there you go. Microsoft breaking through 203. This is back to all-time highs. Remember, when I took this trade, I said hopefully we get back into the 90s. Didn't realize the futures would be blasting here. So nice little trade on Softy. We're very, very patient. We wait for that. Follow me, guys, all over Twitter. It's been a great day. Let me see how many followers we have. Do we break 3,100? We're going to find out this in 1 second. If it goes, yes, thank you so much, guys. 31 now. So join the club. We are just at a couple thousand not too long ago. Been a big time for us. Thank you for all the love and support. I get multiple messages a day on this thing. Also, guys, Instagram, hit me up on there. Let's see if we get a few more thousand. Just started this 2 weeks ago. There's Kevin O'Leary. Hopefully we'll see him back soon. Here's the morning watch list. Let's just keep going, guys. It's been a big day. And there it goes, trying to test 203. Your boy is back, guys. What up, Brendan?
Thanks, guys. Another day high here for Netflix. Was up more than that, but about 1% now for Netflix above 472. We got above that wick early on. Huge volume spike came in, ended up being the level to hold there, 470.75. But nice look for another stay-at-home stock, guys.
Yeah,
it's all about those stay-at-home stocks. You've seen the rally in some of those, and then a corresponding action to the downside. I know some people are looking at. We're going to see if we can't figure out what's going on here in LLEX. I did miss out on this breakout trade. It's a cheap name, but look, this was a fantastic move off of the open. And realistically, anytime you see that kind of a setup where you have a very, very tight sort of slowly falling move to the downside that holds a previous support level, you then get the open break here at literally 34 cents. And it almost goes up 100% from there. That's one that I should have had on the radar, and it's 90 million shares in the pre-market. So look, I'm looking at it now. It is trying to hold above that previous breakout price of 34, but the selling has certainly come into LLEX, and I'm now looking at the 50-cent level to probably see if I can short any kind of a pop in LLEX. This one is also on the Amex, so you're going to have to make sure you have that one queued in, not the NASDAQ or the New York, but 90 million shares. That's enough for me on a penny stock. Let's look to see if it can't get back up to these mid-40s, and I can take that short.
Yes, 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 and more yeses here. I'm going to see if I can get up the position board for you guys. You can see that, the scoreboard at the bottom there. You'll be able to see that very soon, hopefully for you guys. Okay, we take off some Microsoft at 202.97. And again, guys, thanks for the love. I see it on the chat there. It means a lot to me. I mean, I'm so happy to give you guys all the winners today. I've just run through all of the names for you, and we'll just continue to go, man. This has been a good show. We love doing it. And thank you to Valeria and Brendan, Neil, everybody involved, obviously the production team as well. I'd still have these winners if I wasn't on the show, but you wouldn't be able to watch it. So there we go. Good show today. Thank you for joining. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, because you never know when the market be falling. So there you go. A lot of people like that little look there. I don't know what that is, a graphic emoji. Also, guys, we'll be dodging some bullets today. Not really. There we go. Oh, I'm not wearing the Trader TV. What happened? Let's put that back on. Why does this bullet not get dodged? Let's see. There it goes. Oh, he misses it. But today, we've been in the way of nothing. We've been the one throwing the bullets. What up, Randy? What's going on? We are going to go look at our Tesla trade soon, now that Randy's in the building. Tesla, Ford, or GM, Randy? Which one has a bigger... Tesla. Okay, that was easy. Oh, that was easy. All right, let's go over to, I think we're ready for Brendan quick. No, not Brendan. Okay, what up, Neil?
No, it's okay, guys. AAL is starting to roll over. I talked about this trade. I wanted to be adding if it broke 14. It never did that. It's held VWAP for the time being. 14 was the price we looked at in the pre-market on the break. 14 was the price we were looking at yesterday in American Airlines if it could have gotten there. Now that it's holding lower, I'm looking to short it. The fact the market tried to bounce up, the ES tried to test towards, it tried to get towards those pre-market highs that it had there. Didn't get there. Now we're rolling. I'm going to take some out in front of this 1370 bottom. This is both the opening range low and then a retest at 1035 or so. I'll take some out in front of it. When that breaks, my next stop will be 1350. That's where we took some out on our original short in the pre-market. That'll be the next level down. I want to be net short if it breaks out that 1350 low, whether I'm shorting pops in that situation or getting more shares on a break of 1350. If it happens at lunch, if it happens after afternoon, fair enough. If it's below 1430, I want to stay short in American Airlines. It's been such a key level, and there's so much room to the downside. And of course, they're in the most trouble, relatively speaking, when it comes to all the airlines, the most debt. The fastest burn rate when it comes to cash. So if I'm going to pick one to the short side, it's going to be American Airlines starting to go for us, guys.
ACB opens up right here. So now we'll get that one. We take a little quick long here. So we said we'd hit this when we're back in this game. Long 52s right now. Go. Nice little 20 pennies. Let's go. 20 pennies on right now. Let's keep going, guys. We'll see what happens here with ACB. Go. I told you we'd take this one. Did we do it again? Your boy did it again. Let's go ACB to the top side. Brendan, take it, bud.
Yeah, quick update, guys. Limelight Networks here, a little online media company popping up on a volume scanner there as we broke through day highs through 650. Nice look. Another one that you can kind of tie to that stay-at-home type of idea. They have video content, all kinds of media, online content for LLNW. Another one to look at, guys.
Go ACB, go ACB. Here we go. Nice little out at 70. That's 20 pennies. Look what we're doing here, guys. 20 penny winner on ACB. Let's see how high that goes. We did like that news, man. That was good news. Choose Brendan gave it to you. I told you we're going long. And then we get 23s out here. Sorry, 203s now. Microsoft 60 penny winner. ACB 25 penny winner. Hertz right now 8 penny winner. Wow, guys. You know what? Market opens. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted. Let's put up the scoreboard right now. I can't actually do I have to show it on the screen. ACB, so far here today, guys, this is what we're talking about. This is pennies per share. If I can move this up, you can't really see it. Let me see if I can make this a little bit less so you guys can see there. That's maybe a little bit too much. ACB updating right now as we go, but here's the damage we've done on the board so far today. Kitov, you know what? 22 pennies, we take that, we put that in there, put that. Go ACB, now 31 pennies in the money. $3, $4, $5, $6, take it. These are all pennies per share. This is what we're talking about. Where are the losers? Right here, ACB. So what do? Let's get some revenge on this name and just keep going. ACB, nice little long here. Let's see how high it wants to go. This is Apple, Apple. 366. Oh man, we were long Apple right down here. Bang, that to the upside. As an Apple shareholder, we put on the smile. We love you, Apple. Thank you so much for the investment account. You're going to the moon here. Maybe we could retire sooner than we thought. You guys want me to retire? Let's go, ACB.
Everything working in the money for us right now. I'm just going to quickly review what we have. It's about half an hour till the end of the show, but there is not the end of the day. You have to remember the market's going to keep going. We've given some ideas for the afternoon, some key levels that we're going to be watching, whether that's NEO, check that, whether that's Space. We just added to our short here in Plug. Remember, reverse long at 704. This is a new position for me. I haven't traded this one at all this morning, so the list of names that were in the money on the short, Kitov, IDEX, Hertz, and American Airlines to the south side. BRN is still in that middle range. It has not had a secondary break, but Plug looking like it wants to start to roll over. You get that tight consolidation here. It gives you an opportunity for a nice entry with an obvious top-end breakout trade to the long side. So that's what we're going to work with. Keep in mind, coming up, in about 15 minutes or so, Valeria's going to be dropping that link to our Market Wisdom page and our ETFs video. So if you're interested in learning about trading ETFs, using it as an indicator, or whatever questions you might have, jump on over and watch that one. It will be dropping in just a few minutes. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. You want to be able to hear this every single day. You want to be able to see some of these key levels. You want to be able to ask us key questions when we're in our preparation phase. You want to tune in at 9 o'clock. And it's easier to do that when you get the reminder as one of our subs, guys. So if you like what you see here, make sure you join us every single day. We don't take any breaks, with the exception of when the U.S. market is closed, which, believe it or not, is coming up in just next week. Boo earns to that one, guys. I'm still looking at NEO It is in the middle of this range. I'm not going to execute a single trade on this one unless it tests 750 or breaks 725. But NEO is still on the radar for me. Just haven't made an execution yet. I do think there's going to be a bit of a run in either direction at this one. So 725 breaks, I'm going short. If it consolidates above 750, I will then try the long with a 750 stop. But I need to see it, test much higher than this before I think about the long NEO as much as I usually like it.
And there we go, guys. ACB bounces off 15. It does try to break it. We're going to wait, man. I mean, we're long right here. I'm going to give it to this price. Look, I mean, ACB is my only red stock today. You just saw the board. I just put that up there. And we do not show the profits at the end of the day for the total P&L. Everybody using different shares. So unfortunately, we don't show that. Maybe we will eventually. I have no idea. But right now, everybody trades their own book, right, in their own share sizes. So whatever you're comfortable with, some people looking to trade bigger shares, some not. Depends on your strategy. That's our logic why we don't do that. But if you guys want to know, again, follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, and I can answer more personal questions there. So as we go, guys, that's what's happening right now. Microsoft, I just got some out again at the top side. It's just been chilling time. And for me, guys, if I ever get any ideas, if it's your first time on the show, I need to actually stick with my own ideas a little bit more too, because today, guys, Apple, I mean, you've already seen the profits. I don't need to, we're talking about multiple dollars per share. We've already put this up. Apple, ACB, only loser, but we have a 17-cent, sorry, it's a big one. We've talked about that. But unfortunately, I think I got out of CCL a bit early there. We did get out here. It has fallen, but look at these shorts, guys. You want to talk about a sniper? You know, like, I can hold stocks forever. I can also snipe them like this. Look at this one, guys. Falling money down. This was like, okay, I'll take the short. I'll take more short. I'll take more short, and I'll take more short. And then bang, we got it all out. Unfortunately, I didn't want to hold this name short while we were hammering Microsoft to the long side. Just thought there was some market correlation there. Obviously wrong. CCL just keeps on going. Guys, let me know in the chat if you're still on the CCL tip. I got some love from a bunch of our fans here on Twitter today. So thank you so much for that. It means a lot. It's almost golf time, guys. Let's hope that rain holds out. Greg, keep checking that weather, buddy. Let's go. Brendan, what up, bud?
NVTA, guys, a name we were talking about yesterday, one that was really strong right off the open yesterday, $22 all the way up to 27.5. They're acquiring a company called Archer DX. Apparently, that has now been accepted. So there was a little bit of a question whether the deal was actually going to be accepted or not from the other side. Looks like that has just gone through. So big volume spike there. New day highs for NVTA. Cash and stock deal. Worth noting there, big spike down on a D print there, about 5.6% for NVTA, guys.
Always worth a look on those ones. I'm going to continue to talk about and get out of Keytoff here. We did have that nice pop-up. It's going to be a perfect entry, honestly, and it's been a bit of a cash cow for us here on the show, but I'm not all out of this stock. I'm going to take this one down to $1 if you're just tuning in. I am going to make sure that I have something on in terms of the short position up here in the teens. If it does test one even, I will take off the majority of it and then look to add on a one even break. So maybe it's going to go back to penny stock status. I certainly hope so. I just got some out there at 107, so anytime I can take that type of a profit, I will. If it comes back up to VWAP, you can probably guess it. I'm going to short it again, and as long as it holds that 120, I'm going to stay net short in KTOV. The other name that I'm in here, guys, we talked about American Airlines. No need to go over that one. That's working for us in the money. But I also want to get you guys back over to IDEX. I was going to reload at 325. The only reason I won't do that, at least in the short term, I still have half my short here that we took up when it tested 325 the first time, is if we don't break this buyer at 310 and retest the top, I will probably just roll with what I have. If we do break this to the downside, then I will like this level much, much more and dig back into the short a little bit bigger. But either way, I don't want it to hang out above VWAP and then make a break at 325. I'd rather stay away from jumping into that one too aggressively. If the short's going to be good, this IX is proven all morning long. It will give you that opportunity. You can wait for the best price. You can make sure you catch it on this. I should have had this pullback at 315, but it'll give you that 320 price that last time, guys. You don't have to sit there and chase. make sure if you have a level that you're working off of, if you have a plan of action, stick to it, especially around lunchtime. That's when a lot of traders throw away that profit they've made all morning long. And hopefully, I'm not going to be throwing away the profit in BRN, but it does look to me like I'm going to have a loser on this stock. We tried the breakout trade. Try to see if it can hold 150. I'm long at $1.60. We could take the hit if it breaks that 150 mark, but it got really, really sleepy after that failed break to the upside. It made a nice bottom above this level in the pre-market at 145. If it ever broke that, I will be going net short, guys. And you guys are asking about INO. Yeah, we probably should have hung on to that one. It is still going. 19 now. Woo! It's about to break. 19, guys, with a big offer again. I thought I saw 200,000 shares on the offer. Yeah, I did. 200,000 shares on the offer. I don't know if you can still see it down here. No, you can't really see it, but a big level again at 19. Every break has been a good, at least for a scalp trade. So I feel like we're just going to have to rinse and repeat this one until it stops going, guys.
Yeah, we've absolutely hammered INO, and I think it's probably the top stock here today out of both of us. So INO right now, nice little trade there happening for sure. Big time win. Okay, we just did take it, and if again we took JP Morgan, so here we go. We're long right now JPM, some 98.45s and then some 98.50s on this little breakout right here. So let's see what JP Morgan has in store. Looking at 98.90 in the face. So here we go. We add another name to the party. Let's see what JP Morgan wants to do instantly right now in the money, 7 cents. So good trade already for JPM. Just a little brief update here. Microsoft goes up to basically its day high there, and we get out 203 in change right now, holding back less than 10% of our trade here on Microsoft. So big time trade here. This one's probably going to be my number one stock there because, again, I love the stock. When you believe in a name, you got to hit it. I hit Microsoft. Thanks for the love there. We get out of a lot of our shares here because, again, too many. And then now, thank God, we were able to hold a little bit up to the upside here to once again profit on that name. 98.48. We are long right now on JP Morgan. That's another 8-cent winner. Look, trade with me. You don't have to wait long, guys. You can get in, you can get out, you can scalp. But there it is again, another 7-8 pennies, depending on the market access you have. Your boy did it again.
Here comes that 19, still only looking at plug right, or INO, sorry, at 19 even. We do have a bunch of positions on, that's fine, with the exception of BRN. They are firmly in the money. We have our stop orders. It's that time of day where you can cool off a little bit. So as much as I do hold 6 positions right now, I'm not too worried about any of them except for that BRN at 150. But 19 even is a big level here on INO. It could break any second. Now here it goes through 19, guys. It's going to take this one out. Every single seller has been chewed up and spit out on the way up on this stock. So the party just kind of continues here on INO. As it keeps going, I don't know. Does it get to $20? I'm going to test the theory here. We're long at 19.03 on that little break. We'll take some off in front of the quarter. We'll take some off in front of 19.50 if it gets there. It just seems like this trend doesn't seem to want to stop on INO just yet.
Do you have a downside you're going to get out of that one? Because it is moving like mad just for some of our traders down there.
The way you got to look at this one here, and I'll go to the 3-minute because it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. If you jump in and look at a 3-minute chart, usually what you want to see here is anytime it cracks below if it trades and opens and closes lower than one of these bars here, you'd probably be getting out of a trend trade as a long trader, right? So if you were long down around 18, you're thinking about getting out if it ever closed below 18.80. The way I like looking at a trade like that is if it dips down on a failed break, I'm trying to add one time at 18.83 with a quick stop at about that 18.80 mark. And if that gets flushed out, you only risk 20 cents on the breakout. But if it shook everyone out, good chance it's going even further and you had yourself a good add. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen this time because it's already working to the upside, so we'll probably already get some out in front of the quarter here as it takes out 19.20. I'll jump into that party and take out that 20-cent win, and then the next stop will be 19.50. But I always find on the late stage breaks and the early ones right off of the open, you want to make sure you have some room just in case they shake you out there. I like that 18.80 mark. It never gave it to you, but in case it does, you want to be prepared in case it happens, guys.
And there it goes, guys. JP Morgan, cowbell it out again. Wow, another win here for JP Morgan. 14 cents now in the money. We just took some out at 60. Once again, guys, it's floss time. Check the shirt. I don't know if this is good luck or not today, but it's been flossing time today. Only one loser, ACB on the board. We have 209 fills. One losing stock. Hello. Check the profits at the bottom. You know where the money's at. What up, B?
It is that time, guys. We've been talking about it all morning long. Our latest, we're very proud of all of these educational videos, but our latest educational video, it is about time to get that out to you. Go over to the link that Valeria's sending out in the chat right now and have a look at our educational video on ETFs, guys. Anything you want to know about ETF, exchange traded funds, we'll tell you about it, how to trade them, how to use them with your trading as indicators, anything and everything on ETFs. That link is about to come your way, so go have a look at that one, guys.
You can't seem to stop INO, sorry. It's just ridiculous to the upside. It's only up 26%, but it feels like $1 million at this point. Just the strength of buying that comes into this. Every single dip gets bought up, and it can be hard to see when you're looking at the chart and you're not seeing very many red candles, but every now and then I do see it slam the bid down 5-6 cents and then just immediately build right back up. It's a tremendous amount of buy pressure. I'm going to continue to play breakouts through this time of day. I did mention the quarters we got out in front of. 50 doesn't seem like that big of a level, but I'm going to take my shot out in front of it and then see if we have a bit of a seller there again. I'm looking at quarters and I'm looking at 50s because I have no idea where this is going to go. I will continue to play breakouts. We really should have had the 1850 break now that I look back on it, but hindsight is 2020. You throw it out, you jump back into the next trade, which was a 19 break, and then you go upside, guys. It's been a roller coaster because I started short on INO. The first trade I liked was a retest of that opening range. It lost. We reversed to the long side a couple of times here at that 40 mark. We then added a couple of times to the upside, and now we're waiting until 19 to finally catch the next break. It gave you a VWAP bounce. We missed that, but you can't cry over spilt milk. Just because you missed a couple of trades doesn't mean you don't participate in the next one. INO, probably to $20 at this point.
All right, man. Wow, guys, look at this as I just tweet out this Microsoft trade. I mean, the reason why, again, guys, you should be following on Twitter. Look at this. This is the kind of trade that we look for, and I want to thank you, Jarhead. You've been on the show before. What's up to, obviously, Jarhead and Robert Brown there. I believe both Marines there as we go. And look at this, guys. Anytime we see something on Microsoft, we bang that one out. And this was just a break here. We were wondering about this consolidation. Why wasn't it rocking up when the futures were right here? We see this break. We hammer time it. And this is what we're talking about. It's a swish, swish. We still have this on board, man. This is a 70-penny winner. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe Sean just trades tech stocks. Maybe he doesn't trade INO wrong. Maybe he doesn't trade Kitov wrong. Maybe he doesn't trade Hertz wrong. Maybe he doesn't trade Apple wrong. Look at JP Morgan. Nice win there. 25, 20 cents, 27 cents there at the high. We did get some out. We still have 40% on of JP Morgan. So guys, let's just keep banging it. We're not talking about the same symbols here today. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 symbols today, including, yeah, you got this right, Peloton. Look at this early buy. I don't care where these stocks are. Just follow me for a minute here. Look at Peloton, $55. That's a long. Look at this Apple long. This is one of the best stocks in my portfolio today. For net-wise, look at this, buy. Look at all these buys. Obviously, we don't have it on board. I'd be going crazy if we did, but you follow us to that land there, and it's a win all day long. CCL, we keep going. INO, initially, guys, bought it down here. Wow, 1975. INO just keeps on going. This was a great out at the time, guys. Remember, people trade with different share sizes. When you have as many shares as I do, you got to get out. You can't hold. But look at this, all the way back up. What a great break that would have been. 1840, missed that one. Congratulations, guys, to anybody here. I know Neil had it through 19. Great break there on INO. But wow, guys, we hit it with a lot of shares, and it's still, believe it or not, all these winners that I've showed you today, INO is by P&L my largest. Well, Microsoft's pushing that right now, but P&L wise, INO is my largest trade because we put on our big boy pants and actually take shares there. INO upside. What a great day to trade, guys. One losing symbol. It's amazing. Let's go.
And I do believe I'm still looking at Genius Brands, guys. I had a 285 potential break. It failed a couple of times through that price. I still like it if it tests 3 even in the afternoon. But now it's grinding towards this bottom at 268. It had some trouble, of course, getting through 265, both on the initial secondary break that we took and on that pullback. So I'm going to be all over that short on Genius Brands when it takes out or if it takes out 265. It's not a certain thing. It's only certain that I'm going to try to short it when it breaks 265. 265. So I am looking at this one rather firmly now. We're still in American Airlines. And again, this is a trade that I do anticipate I could be in this one for a while. We just shorted this one back when it dipped below that 14 and held VWAP. It hasn't gone against me. I actually just now took out the first leg there for a quick little 15-cent scalp. I've been waiting at that little crest for like a half an hour now. Next level down will be this 1370. After that, we're looking at that 1350 where we took off the pre-market break trade at 14. It was a tremendous amount of it was a huge break and a quick break at 14 even. That was a big level when we came in and sat down today and looked at it on the daily chart. That 14 just stood out like a thumb. We tried the break once. We're trying it again. We're going to hold it all afternoon if we can. It has to go above 1430 for me to be out of the trade in AAL, or maybe it just goes down $1. I'll get out that way too.
Guys, I mean, chicken dinner winner. Follow me and you can afford a hell of a lot more than chicken. Look at Microsoft right now, guys. This is now $1 in the money. We have 20% left on board. Great trade here, Microsoft. Getting ready to end the show. We've dropped that ETF video. So anybody looking at purchasing some ETFs, how to trade them, what's up with them. We talk about XLK there. We talk about the inverted SPXU in that call as well. So a great little clip there for anybody looking to trade ETFs. As my eyes going everywhere. If you can show the side camera here maybe before we go to Brendan. Multiple charts on today. We have a 1 minute, a 3 minute, a 12, a daily, the futures, a few different level 2s here, and then this Microsoft board on here. Anybody guessing here how many trades I have today? I did drop it a little while ago, so guess it's how many fills, right? So if I take 1,000 shares of Microsoft and I get out 100 at a time, which you could sort of see here on Microsoft as it's going upside, that would count as like one trade, and then if there's 10 other ones, that would be 11. So how many trades do you think I have today on the platform? Winner gets a shout out, or maybe I'll fall in a hole eventually, but that won't be happening anytime soon. Don't worry, guys. We're not going anywhere. What up, Brendan?
Just because it's lunchtime, guys, doesn't mean we have to stop trading. Yield 10, Biosciences, yeah, right? 22% to the upside. Huge pop here on positive news regarding some testing that they had currently underway. Just went from 650 all the way to 875, just pulling back to $8 here. Huge volume behind this move, guys. YTEN.
Yeah, and we just got a bit of a move to the downside in Virgin Galactic. That just triggered me on that 1680 break. Also moving to the downside as we only have less than 10 minutes left. Here comes American Airlines. So, you put the trade on, you kind of have an idea in your stop. It doesn't give me conditions to add, but it also gave me no reason to take anything off. So you just slide into that short, you hang on for dear life. I did just take the Virgin trade to the short side. I've been waiting for this to break basically for the last hour, it seems like, at least the last hour. It finally took the bottom out. I've been waiting for that. Now we're looking at 1650 as the next level down. See if we can't get some shares out in front of that. I would actually even short a pop to 17. Just saw over the wire. I don't think it actually will mean anything, but there was a strong earthquake in Mexico. Probably not going to move any of these stocks. I don't think that had anything to do with any of this here, but certainly I just saw someone comment on it. One loser on, and I got to go back to you, this ridiculous stock here. Eric, I know you're following along in BRN. Absolute and utter garbage. I feel like the more it hangs down here, and I'm going to get stopped out at 150, the more I'm going to like that 145 break when it comes in and just jump into that short trade. So I don't know that it's going to happen while we're on the show because we have like 7 minutes left, but you're going to see me reverse short. Not when I get out at 150. I'm looking for it to take out this bottom here at 145 on BRN. That's over on the Amex. AAL's in the money for us. Just got some out there in the 70s, of course. Hertz, IDX, KTOF still in the money. And now Virgin Galactic short. Only long is BRN, and that's not working as the market sliding to the downside for us here, guys. And just remember, we just dropped that link. You can check out that ETF video. Make sure you learn all about that. And if you have any suggestions, what should we do next? How can we do better? Drop it in the comments, drop it in the chat, tweet at us, doesn't really matter. We're going to listen, and we're going to try and do more for you and try and do them even better the next time, guys.
Yeah, well, we're going to be doing better every time, guys. Yeah, Apple, you're right, man. You can't be serious. That is crazy how high up Apple's been going today. I did want to remind everybody, guys, here's Instagram putting on here some of the quotes that we have. This got a lot of love, man. My Father's Day post, shout out to these three. And I forgot my cat, who I did later on put on here. But this is Belle, so introducing Belle, 9 months old. These three are the special thing. This is kids and Baxter off to University of Waterloo. So taking that on. I know. Oh, this got 142 playbacks. Okay. Here's a nice little Jordan quote, guys. Again, a lot of the quotes seem to be the same. And this is what we're talking about. If you can't expect yourself to do great things, you will not. So you got to sort of expect them from yourself and go. But follow me right now on Instagram. Let me see how many followers. 404. Let's see if we can get to 500 right now. And pretty soon we'll do that. Got some quotes. I like the behind the scenes stuff. We put some on today as well. So if you're interested in seeing some behind the scenes of Valeria, of Brendan there, I'm going to try to get one of him cutting his hair. But he hasn't done it in the office. So I don't know how I'm going to get it. But we'll see today. And today, later on, too, maybe you'll get some behind the scenes of us golfing, so you'll be able to see some of that later on in the afternoon. Or maybe I'll put on Instagram Brendan teeing off on hole number 1. I don't think Brendan wants that. I don't think I want that either. I haven't golfed probably in like 3 or 4 years, but I'm ready to rock and roll. I used to shoot like between 90 and 95 or so on respectable courses. So we'll wait to see. I'll probably pull my back out on hole 1, but that's it, guys. Everything's basically out right now. We're just stone cold chilling. It's been fruit salad time for a bit. We're almost done. This one, as you can see, thanks to the Kiwi love today. The Kiwis were on point, Brendan.
Sean, I think we should have a little bit of a on-the-spot question and answer here, guys. If you think, throw in the chat right now, if you think Sean should wear that shirt golfing this afternoon, throw a hell yeah in the chat, and Sean will. Yeah, Sean will definitely have a picture or two on Instagram of him golfing in his floss shirt coming up this afternoon. So go for it right now.
I don't know if the dress code will be okay for that, but certainly I think it's pretty obvious what the winner is going to be.
Look at the hell yeah!
It's all hell yeah.
Look at the hell
yeah. There will be zero no's.
Brendan.
0 no's is my prediction. No one's going to say no to that.
Brendan. Good job there, Brendan, getting the chat going there. That's normally my job, but thanks, Brendan. Wow, look at it. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, you want to talk about some Canada? Yeah, we'll do it on here and we can sing, oh, Canada. Valeria has a great voice. Maybe she'll be singing later. We need 50,000 subscribers. Look, we're just playing around here today, guys, but give us the subscribers. We need to hit these levels. We're thinking of some new things to do here. 50,000 would be kind of cool if we can get that. We got 30 real fast. Let's see how much
Jordan up here saying no just for the sake of saying no. Someone had to be a contrarian.
Zero no's.
We only have about 3 minutes left here, guys, and I won't run through everything. We've talked about the positions that we have on, but space was the last one we added to the short side. Just took some out in front of 1650 like we said we would. So 1680 break. Some out here for the quick 30-cent scalp in front of 1650. From there, I am looking to see if we can break through and test the next 30, 40 pennies to the downside. We'd reload in front of 17 if we get it. Not sure that's going to happen, but Virgin Galactic coming southbound. Of course, they've been a runner on that NASA news for the last couple of sessions. Coming back into some profit-taking comes, and we're just taking advantage of it during this lunch hour, guys. But we only have 3 minutes left here, guys. Let's get to Valeria so you can see her before we go.
Thank you, Neil. And hey guys, thank you for another great morning together. Please subscribe to our channel now if for any reason you didn't do it yet. And join our almost 50,000 trading club. Guys, we're just 3,000 away to reach 50,000 and we will celebrate together with you. And of course, hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet. Your support is super, super important to us. Let's try to reach 1K likes today. I know we can do that. And of course, watch our next educational video and check out the whole channel. A lot of cool stuff there. Well, guys, as usual, I'm saying what national date is today. So today is the National Pink Day. I like pink color. What are your favorite colors, guys?
I don't mind pink. I mean, my daughter says her favorite color. Well, now it's blue because I think that's my favorite color. But she used to say rainbow, so I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if that's one color or like 6 or 7, but rainbow is a good color for me. But okay, before I go back over, 212 fills. I see a lot of people asking that question, so I think that's you, Jarhead. So we're gonna give a shout out to Jarhead. What up, Jarhead? Come back on the show anytime. Send an email right now, and I'll get you back on in July. Jarhead, if you want to come back on, you just won the lottery there. Send an email in ASAP, and Laura will get you back on the show. If she doesn't, tell her I said so. What's your favorite color, Neil?
The only reason I'm going to say blue, and it is blue, is because I'm a big Blue Jays fan, being in Toronto, of course. The other, look, I like black and gold. You briefly mentioned Waterloo. Those are the colors of the school that I went to, so you can throw that in there. But it's got to be that blue for Toronto, guys. I'm all about those Toronto Blue Jays. If they ever play again, baseball, they got to figure their stuff out. If they're going to try a season, but they're just doing an absolutely horrible job, and no one feels sorry for any of them. They're all making that cash. Get on the field, guys. Figure it out. That's my rant. No, they are, but they're just forcing them with the money there. But look, I'm curious as to what Brendan's favorite color is. I do see a very nice salmon shirt that you have on right there.
I was trying to, is it, yeah, okay, we'll say salmon. I was going to say peach, but I don't know. I'm going to go red. I've always been a red person, and Robbie agrees with me over
what
here.
What trader likes
behind,
red?
Behind the camera.
Traders don't like red.
We'll say whatever this is today.
It looks like salmon. I think a salmon shirt looks pretty sharp. I do have a couple
a salmon
there.
bear on here. I don't
we
know.
did have a salmon bear, and I don't know where mine is.
Brendan had the salmon bear. No, I don't even see it on here now. I just see this bear. So is this salmon? Let's see. Where's the bear? There it is. Nah, that's not a salmon bear. That's okay. But yeah, salmon, good color. Hopefully our golf balls, Brendan, do not, there it is, do not go in the creek where the salmon swim. So we'll see today. Should be a fun day. We're looking out for it. It was, Greg, I don't know what it is now, but it was 80% chance of rain. So 60% now, okay, so we're getting ready to rock and roll. But guess what, guys? Our tea time's not till after the market closes because you can't get this guy away from the market, not when we have this kind of success, guys. So it's been a chicken winner kind of day. We'll see if we have a chicken sandwich on the turn at hole 9 there. We'll hit the clubhouse. We'll get a picture of downing maybe some chicken wings. I don't know. We're trying to stay healthy, so we'll wait to see. Look at the market go back upside. Microsoft, 75-cent winner. Hertz, 8-cent winner. Let's just keep the party going. It's 12 o'clock. Check out our market wisdom page. Been a banger of a day. Thank you for all the love and support. Love the show. Love you guys. Let's keep it going.
Absolutely, guys. And before we get out of here, Sean mentioned check out the Market Wisdom page. It is that ETF video that's dropped. Make sure you check it out and comment on it. If you like it, let us know. If you want us to cover something else, also let us know what topics you want. Every single topic we've been doing the last couple of weeks are ones that you guys gave to us because that's what we're all about here. We love the community. Keep it up. I got a bunch of shorts on, and they're all working for the time being. The market is still relatively flat, however, if you look at it right now. It has been a fantastic Tuesday for us here, for the entire team down the line. Valeria doing an awesome job in what we like to call the Hudson Bay shirt. If you're not familiar with that, look it up. Nice little Canadian company. Sean, of course, doing his job there in the fantastic Floss It Off shirt. If you like the merch, check it out.
I may wear this every day if the success continues, guys. I mean, what a banger day. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Neil.
And our good friend in the salmon shirt, I think it's salmon. It looks fantastic, Brendan. It is what it is. I don't think it's peach from where I sit. There it is. Haven't hit it once today. We had to get that one in there for you guys. Brendan brings that cash, but he also brings you the news, and it's important. You see that ACB news come in? Don't trade blind. Listen to everything he says. I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Yes, sir.